Hello and welcome back to another GCU Esports stream of Valorant in the NECC tournament series. I'm Joseph Martinez.
And I'm Evan Kettler, and we are here live from the arena. We are just a few minutes away from these first games. We are so excited to have our boys playing in such a monumental game today.
We made playoffs, and I think we're 6-0 now. So we're so excited to be here and get into these playoffs. We're doing really well. We've been undefeated. We only have one single map loss in everything. So we're looking really good going into this. And the way NECC's tournament is matched up right now, we're going to go against the 4th seed from a different section of the NECC tournament. So same tournament series, they just play in a different area of the country. So now they're matching them up. In the playoffs.
And honestly, none of this would be possible without our lovely sponsors. Shout out to our Rockstar. We're powered by Rockstar. Awesome. Lots of caffeine going into the players today, hopefully. To keep them lively for all of their games. And then we are sponsored by Canes as well. Amazing food. I love going to Canes. You guys may hear it on stream a lot. We've got the the 3-piece, the box combo, and then obviously the Caniac clutch that I like to bring up. But in kind of like bigger news, you saw him play last week, but Envies is officially on the roster. He is playing in playoffs today and in the upcoming weeks, replacing Matt Cookenup. And he has been playing out of his mind, honestly. Having come in, not played in a single official match. I've seen him scrim with the guys consistently, but having not played in a single official match and coming in just kind of like day of, just being told that, hey, you're playing today.
Yeah.
And he played really well. We saw him play last week in NECC against Nate. And map 1, they're playing Sunset. They're throwing him onto Breach. Definitely a character that requires good skill. You have to have very good kind of map knowledge, especially to know where people can be hiding, where to stun, where to flash out to get your team in there.
Yeah.
And going positive, match MVP, I believe 19-5.
Yes.
19-5 with 8 assists.
Yeah, he was going crazy with it.
He's going into that initiator role heavy, helping his duelists take that site, and it's awesome to watch him play.
Yeah, he did fantastic in that first one. Like you said, Breach is a lot of very technical knowledge.
Yes.
Like you have to know all these little things about it. It's not just like, can you play your character well? It's like knowing the map, like you said, watching the corners, knowing where they got to go, but then also taking into account that you have to play with your duelist.
Yep.
And he's only scrimmed a couple times, so it just shows the amount of practice he's put in on off the screen where you can't see him. That he scrimmed this much with these guys and being able to put in that practice to work with them so well.
Oh yeah.
And then in game 2 when he was playing that KO. I think Ascent was kind of the map where things got like a little hairy for a moment for the team, but he was able to stay consistent the whole time. Went 22-20 with 13 assists, so he was going crazy the whole time.
No, and honestly, people talk about numbers all the time in this game, and they're just like, oh, if you don't have frags, you're not winning. But Envy shows that not only is he getting frags, he's also helping his team get those frags. Those 13 assists, 13 in Valorant, honestly can seem like not a big number.
Yeah.
You know, you've seen people get like 20 to 30 assists in a game, but in especially in collegiate, those numbers they're fairly low on the board because the assists are coming from the heals. Like if you're getting we see Andrew Volt a lot getting those sky heal assists, or the big thing on Envy's and Volt are those flash assists. Getting his duelist into sight, especially with right now the meta being so heavy on just very entry-heavy duelists. You know, you got your Jet and your Raze that are their whole thing is how fast can I get into sight that I can surprise the enemy. And the big thing about that is having an initiator who's helping you get into that sight. So he's definitely playing it the exact way that the team wants him to play it.
Exactly, and I think a whole lot of the assists came from actual he was running in with the guys into action. It wasn't just like he was offering the support from the side like you can with those characters. No, a lot of it was he was going in and he would go in with Nader or Dino and sometimes Volt. They would just be those two.
Yeah.
And they'd be in a bad spot and he would come in clutch and finish off the kill or save one of the other his other teammates from getting killed. And it was fantastic to see because I think Sunset was where we saw it the most, where we were like, oh man, this is going to be tough. And then all of a sudden Envy's gets the kill while there's 1 HP left on Volt.
Yeah, I mean, and that's kind of what those initiators are there to do. They are your, especially on defense, playing the breach, playing the KO, those flashes are huge because on Ascent, what they've been running, what the GCU Val team has been running, they've been running a KO and a Sova. Sova is useful on a retake, but only for intel.
Yeah.
What KO brings to that is he's got intel from his knife, but he's also got those flashes. And those flashes are the biggest things for retake. If you're pushing from market, you break door, that is a very small choke point for the enemy team to start to just kind of spray you down at. What he does there is he's flashing out for those guys to peek from ramp or to peek from flank coming in B main. And then what he's doing after that, if he's still got both flashes, instead he's gonna flash into sight, into boathouse to get those assists in. And honestly, he's been playing that exactly how we've been looking to see him play those.
Yeah, there was an instance I think Eli and I mentioned on it. The teamwork was going crazy there from. He was about where the window was and knew that they were coming in from Marketplace in a boathouse. And then I think it was Nader who came in from the door. They hadn't shut the door yet. So he watched that angle, and then they had Envy's flash. And then I think it was Volt that pulled up from the same spot with Envy's. And then they were able to spray out the entire boathouse and just knock it out. It was awesome. It was awesome display of teamwork, and then also the technical knowledge it takes to play those characters. Because they just did it flawlessly. Yeah,
and honestly, bringing up that with Nader being put into, we saw him a lot last year, kind of running some jet, playing jet op. Not so much this year. Definitely going into that sentinel role, playing it. Amazing. We've seen him play bind a lot, and he's going into that chamber, which honestly is perfect for him. He loves running that op. He loves the not playing back, but playing aggressive with an op, knowing that he has that skill to get those kills. And then also playing, a little bit of Cypher, a little bit of Killjoy on the Ascent. Killjoy's your go-to. Honestly, probably one of the best operators in the game at the moment. Seeing a lot from him. In a role that we may not have always seen him in. And then, new guy Sight was on the roster last year as a sub, coming up this year in that controller position is massive. Taro TFT on the team last year was our controller. Sight coming up and filling that role perfectly. We haven't seen any bad util coming out of Sight. He's playing those smokes. He knows what he's supposed to do in that role, and it's awesome to see what these guys are pulling out of their bag of tricks. I feel like there's always something new that they've got in this endless bag of tricks that they just keep pulling out to win these games.
Yeah, these guys have shown that they're able to kind of just change and accustom themselves to something new. But doing it as excellently as they've done, we've been talking about Envy's the whole time. Gets thrown in, performs awesome, they win. He's doing the best we can expect him to do. We were expecting him to be at a lower tier than he was, and he was playing above that. So he broke our expectations when we were watching.
Oh, for sure.
We were like, all right, the new guy, maybe he'll probably perform a little under, and then he went above and beyond, and we were like, oh dang, he's crushing it. And then Nader having to completely change up his play style essentially to be what the team needs him to be this year. And then also Taro getting accustomed to being the coach now and teaching them how to do things. And then, like you said, Sipe coming up and fulfilling that new role and kind of sliding into it like nothing changed.
Yeah, and honestly, the boys played in the CVAL playoffs this weekend, and we kind of saw a little bit of a mix-up. We were talking about these roles that they kind of are set in stone, what they're really good at, but at the same time, they're comfortable in flexing. In this past weekend, they played a game on Bind, where Dino, who is our kind of confirmed duelist at this point, actually went and played Viper, was playing in that off-controller role. And what happened, Envy's, who we've only seen play Initiator, swapped into a controller role. He was playing Brimstone. And then since Sight, playing controller for this team, having that controller spot taken, swapped in with Dino into that duelist spot. So Andrew, always our Initiator. Nothing's changing there. He's our IGL Initiator, having those smokes, and it's just immaculate. But it's that ability to, and that's really what Taro is teaching them. He's teaching them how to play in these different roles. Sipe, not seen at all this semester, or at least on stream, in a duelist position. going into the CVAL playoffs in a duelist position. So it's really interesting to see what happens there. Envy's also playing really well on that bind map. I think he went 17 and 15. Sight doing his job, and this is the big thing with numbers. Duelists are expected to get frags, but when they don't, you kind of have to look beyond that because Sight may not have had the best frags in that game, but his entry was immaculate. He was getting his team onto Sight. He was getting those kills for his initiators, for Nader in that opposition. And that's kind of what we're looking for with these guys, especially going into playoffs. It doesn't necessarily need to be a numbers game. It needs to be a teamwork. Who are we getting into Sight fast? If you're getting bombed down every single round, that means your entry is perfect. You got to work on your control. And honestly, that's where we see NBs coming into play, especially if they do a bind, especially if they play it the same way they're playing in CVAL. We're going to be looking for that sight hold from NVs with the brim smokes, especially after that entry.
Yeah, like you said, it's the duelist might be the one expected to get frags, but honestly, that's not what the duelist role is entirely meant for. It's getting your people in there and getting them in there fast and quickly. That's why you got to clear it out. So even if your clear out isn't killing everybody, but pushing everyone out of the way of the enemy team, then you're still playing your role well.
You're still playing it perfectly. And it's a lot of what I like to call CC. It stands for crowd control, and with Raze especially, that's one of her big things is crowd control. She has Boombot, she has Grenade, and all of those are meant to push the enemy into a position where they don't feel comfortable while you push them. Especially, I keep bringing up Bind. If you're pushing that B site, there is Tube. Right behind Tube, a spot enemies like to sit a lot off of that push. Raze Nade, that gets them out of there. And it's just a lot of playing with the team. We've talked about this the entire time. And honestly, it's one of the things that our boys are really good at. They play with each other. We've mentioned it. All they do is they swing off each other. They swing off their util. It is just great teamwork.
It's very rare that we ever see like an accidental flash of our own teammates. It's usually like the flash goes out and the very next second we have a player launching themselves into the fight, and they're just grabbing kills as fast as they can.
You almost never see team flashes. You see the frame after the flash hits that they're rushing out into that position where all the enemies are flashed, but the teammate isn't.
I think my favorite example is it up in heaven usually is where we see it, as the flash will come out. I think last week it was Envy's threw out a KO flash around the corner, and you just see the jet like flying through off of, just jumping off the platform from heaven, just doof. And it's awesome. But it's awesome when the whole team crashes too, because we've done that a lot, and it really seems to be something that the other teams don't handle very well. As we get set in a position, and then it's at that moment, I don't know how they're communicating it, but in that moment, it'll be like flash out, bam, the whole team will crash an area and just completely wipe.
And honestly, the big thing with that is trades. The teammate the enemy may be flashed, but if he swings out and gets one, you're guaranteed. And what this fast push means is that the team is guaranteed to get that kill, even if the enemy gets one. Because you're almost never gonna have all 5 enemies on site at once. So if you can get that one enemy off site or the 2 enemies that were on site, and that's clear, now you're free to take site, and now the other 3 are playing retake. And honestly, at that point, you're looking for, did we get the sentinel, or sorry, did we get the smokes? Did we get the flashes? If you got those 2, you're almost golden for controlling site after that plant, because they don't have anything to stop you from peeking bomb. You can play back a little bit if you got their smokes. If you got their flashes, you can play up a little bit into site, because they don't have any way of clearing you other than just being better at gunplay, which there's nobody better at gunplay than our boys. We're Envy's. Nader with that op, just holding the longest angle possible. Volt holding his flash out for Dino to push off of his flash. Sipe there with his smokes to keep them off of. It's just beautiful gameplay through and through.
Oh, who was it? I think last week. So who was playing Omen last week? Hold on, let me check.
Omen last week would have been Sipe. Sipe is almost the guaranteed controller player at all times.
So Sipe was playing Omen and had the gutsiest play we saw in that map against Ascent. He teleported into the bomb plant. they had it down. He teleported on the opposite side of the box of the KJ.
Yeah.
And then popped up and got the kill.
Yep.
We were just like, there was no way he did that. We are like, oh, no, he's going to get caught. And they were like, this is kind of a gutsy move. And then he pops up and just completely kills it. And then the whole team's like, it's clear. And then ran in.
And they just ran in. Yep.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. We are getting a bind game today.
Ooh.
I've just gotten the maps. We're starting bind on defense.
Okay.
So we may see that Sipe duelist that we've been talking about a little bit. We could see maybe somebody else rolling into that, but I have a feeling what we're going to see is a Dino on Viper.
Yep.
I think we're going to see a Nader on Chamber, because Chamber is very good.
Yes.
Lots of long angles on bind. So it's very good for those op plays, especially with them starting on defense. You've got him peeking A heaven into A main, and you've got him peeking B long off of a Volt Flash.
Yeah.
So we'll see that. We'll most likely see an Envy's Brim, unless Sipe decides to take that from him.
Fair enough.
We'll see a Volt Sky 100%, and then the only thing that will change is who Envy's ends up playing. If he's playing that smoke, it'll be Sipe, most likely on Raze. Will be game 1. That's probably going to be the lineup. It'll probably be those 5.
That's going to be fun to see.
It will definitely be a lot of fun because, like I said, I got to watch the CVAL game. You haven't seen that lineup yet, so you have no idea what Sipe's like, what Sipe is like on the duelist, what Envy's is like on the controller. But it works out really well. Map 2, we're going to Ascent on defense.
Ascent again.
Ascent on defense.
Okay.
So. Again, we saw it last week. I have a feeling they're going to stay the same comp because it's kind of the meta comp right now. You got KJ, Sova, KO, Jet, and then a Omen on smokes. And that is most likely going to be the lineup because it's so powerful. You got so much intel coming through with the KO and the Sova dart. Jet is just a staple because it's so easy to push into B site, getting that switch. Or getting into A site, pushing straight to Gen. There's a lot of easy angles for her to push and then stay protected while she's in there or get picks off of flashes. And then map 3, if we get to it, which I don't think we will. But in the case that we do, we're going to Haven with GCU starting attack.
Okay.
Now, Haven, I haven't seen them play it a whole lot this year. I'm assuming they'll probably go with KJ. A Sova, I think they'll go Raze over Jet, probably an Omen, but the 5th, I don't know who, they'll probably go double Initiator. I don't know who they'll play on that second Initiator. Could be a KO, with those flashes, could be a Sky with those flashes. I've seen both. I think both are viable options. It'll just be up to what do the boys decide that they want to play in that situation.
Yeah, it comes down to how they who they play.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
But yeah, that's our starting out. Bind definitely one of the guys' favorite maps to play.
Oh yeah.
Dino loves playing Viper on this map. He's beautiful at it.
Yeah.
His sight hold. Honestly, you could give Dino a sight by himself. He'll lock it down for the entire round. Especially if you pair it with Chambers, with Nader on Chamber.
Oh yeah, those two together can
you put those two together, which unfortunately the way that they play it is very unlikely that they're ever holding the same site.
Yeah.
Just the way you play it, you usually don't have Sentinel controller on the same site, which could be viable because Dino's playing that off controller role, playing the non-smoke controller, as some people like to say. You know, he's got the wall, but he's got a very small like Viper spit. But could be seeing something interesting coming from that. You could see the Dino Nader same site combo where Dino's stopping that push and Nader's right there with him to contest if they decide to push through it.
And for Nader's been doing really good at the lurks. He's been circling really well, and the teams that aren't as good or aren't as seasoned are getting caught by him, and he keeps that up, and it keeps the pressure coming up, even against the better teams that maybe they don't die to him. Now they have that added pressure of, oh, it's Nader. And not only is it Nader when he's like, oh, okay, so they've been lacking here. They don't watch they don't watch their back. Op time. And it's like, oh, okay, it's okay. we have the infiltrator, the Sentinel doing an op, and it's like
he's really good about switching it up. And that's honestly, with him in that op position, that's one of the best possible things he can do. He lurks until they realize he's lurking, and then instead of lurking, boom, he's in your face first thing. He's got
Yeah.
an op in his hands. You guys are looking for a flank while trying to push. Well, good luck finding him because he's not on the lurk. He's on your push.
Exactly.
Which is the biggest thing that the enemies need to look out for when playing on this bind, especially chamber TP, chamber trip, all of the above. It's really great to see how he plays this.
Yeah.
What-
Say, last semester, or not, well, last season, I guess, he used to catch the post plants.
Yes.
So post plants was when the op would kick in, right? But now we've seen that change up, like you said, is on their push. He would go chase them down and meet them there and just op and keep that pressure up while his team gets there, which I think is a cool switch up for him. And that comes with, you know, changing from a duelist to a sentinel.
Yep.
But it's awesome because you can see him do both. He doesn't have to play like the campy. No, he'll walk up to a spot that is hot and then go and take it with a op.
Yep. And along the same lines, you mentioned kind of the duelists taking a little more aggressive space. Watching their CVAL game on Bind, they were doing that. So what they would do, and it's kind of a risky play, they on B long, what they do is they smoke way down into long. And Volt will flash out of garden. Actually, no, he won't flash out of garden. What they'll do is all three of them will push into that smoke.
Yeah.
They'll go straight down into fountain. Volt will flash out of that, and then you've got Envy's swinging out left to watch that B main push into hookah, and then you've got Sight pushing out right towards fountain, peeking that B main push from like where the barrier starts. It is disgusting because they never expect it. And it's one of those one round things where like you do it once, as soon as you drop that smoke the second time, all 5 eyes are just crashing onto that smoke because they're ready for it. But watching it happen, it's gross.
It's just by the time it happens, a war crime was already committed.
But sounds like we're getting into game. Draft will be starting. As we mentioned before, we are playing CSUDH. That is a California college, I do believe. And
of St. Dominguez Hills.
We'll see what we get.
Yep. Let's see this comp here. There we go.
All right, here we go. Starting out. Now, this is exactly what I was talking about. We see Envy's on that Brim pick, which means they are swapping from Sipe controller and putting him in that duelist position. You've got him on Raze. He's going to be satcheling out of those windows, satcheling maybe into a U-Haul push consistently. Dino, obviously, on the Viper, one of his comfort picks on this map, is actually insane at it. He's got some crazy lineups that actually help the team push. I've seen him molly from box down in fountain and up into B long to kind of stop any pushes that are going into garden. Obviously, Nader on the chamber, Volt on the sky, and not quite a.
Select your agent.
We're not quite getting a mirror comp. So CSUDH opting for the Cypher instead of the chamber. Still a good pick. Still has a lot of can give a lot of map presence on bind. The big thing is that Cypher doesn't have as much control of those long angles as Chamber has with the op, with the headhunter that can do 159 to the head at any distance. And with Nader on that, his aim is incredible. So he is constantly hitting those 159s. So going into this, we're gonna see a little bit of mirror comp. The UC. I keep saying UC. CSUDH. Kind of hitting a split. It looks like they're going to kind of target this A side early. You've got Sipe and Envy's covering this. And then, like we mentioned earlier, you've got Dino and Nader on the same site together, looking for maybe an early peek out into B main.
Yeah, it's looking like it's going to be hot here. Defense first. We haven't actually been playing a lot of defense first rounds. So this should be interesting. What do you think? Do you think they have the...
Actually, it looks like Sipe and Envy is going to opt in for an early push into showers here, trying to get any picks, stopping the push early. But CSUDH looking for it. Sipe going to get caught out. Envy's also going to get caught out. Not much there to do. Volt going to have to try and take as much space as he possibly can, not giving the whole site to the Cardinals.
Yeah, Kuno planted there in A.
Volt going to miss both right clicks, and then he's going to get taken out as well. It is up to Dino and Nader to take this. Now it's just up to Dino. They know where he is. That nade is going to do a lot of damage and going to be taken out in a flawless round 1 to CSUDH.
Yeah, unfortunate there. We normally do really, really strongly in those pistol rounds, but we haven't been playing a lot of bind, so we haven't been as consistent on seeing those. But I know they practice this a lot, so I wonder what is going on.
Well, you saw Sipe and Envy's trying getting an early control onto Shower, which originally worked, but Sky, with both flashes, getting early info, and Envy's having to push back out after getting flashed, and then Sipe just being left all alone, full blinded, can do nothing against 2 players. Sipe gonna do the same thing, working this time. Sipe getting taken out, but Envy's getting the trade is honestly the best thing you can ask for in that scenario. Getting a gun into the hands of GCU in a save round is ideal.
Yeah, and taking out that Cypher takes away a lot of that team's intel right there.
And Nader on the flank, they have no idea that he is here. Full team on flank. Sky trying to get some info into Showers, not going to grab anything. They are just waiting this out, trying to find not... And Envy's going to get picked with no trade. Nader grabbing the Stinger and getting taken out from that Raze sitting in heaven. Double flash from the skies. Volt getting 1. And not going to be enough. 2 guns out of the hands of CSUDH, but not into the hands of GCU as they all get taken out in round 2.
Yeah. We haven't, like I said, I haven't seen them play defense a lot. Usually they're stronger in the attacker position, especially on this map. So I think that might be what it is, just getting us off to a slow start. We also were not going to win that one after losing the pistols the way we did. So hopefully in this one we can get something started.
But you saw that smoke that I was talking about down into B long. That is exactly what I was talking about, how they play that super aggressively. And it looks like they might do the exact same thing again here in Showers. They absolutely are. They're going to grab that smoke, especially with CSUDH with these low range, short range guns. They're going to try and push them into these fights where they can play off angles, especially Sipe with his Vandal, trying to get those one taps.
Yeah, it looks like one of their players has Marshals down, trying to keep Dino unlocked there.
They've got some presence into this A site here. Cypher, you see, lurking up into B. GCU with no real information on where the team is. Smokes are going down, so they kind of have an idea that they're looking for A. Sipe going to get a pick onto Kuno, the Viper there in U-Haul. Volt looking for information, not going to get anything really. And CSUDH kind of just splitting sites here, trying to see what they can get, maybe trying to grab a pick here, but GCU just with full map control. Nader just chilling in hookah. Dino also with him, and then all 3 of the other GCU players have insane control over this A site, not letting them have any space.
That Cypher there lurking up.
Sipe grabbing us visual onto the Raze getting Envies. Dino on the other side of the map getting that pick into hookah, and that it will be bombed down. Raze left alone in a 1v4, and GCU is taking all of this space. Volt maybe cannot let this Raze escape. Is going to let her escape, but Dino and Nader both there and just going to grab that pick. Gets them the round 3 win.
Dino hesitating for a second there, knowing that Nader was going to be able to finish that up, but coming in just a little later just in case they needed to close that out. Smart play.
One thing I always like to say in Val is, especially after a round 1 and 2 loss, is we kill these guys with guns.
Yeah.
And it literally just means once we're on a full buy, we win. Because, you know, we may not have the right play style on pistol. We may not have the – and you're almost guaranteed to lose round 2. As soon as that round 3 comes around and you got guns, it's over for the other team. And that is exactly what we just saw there from GCU.
Oh, here we go. That Sky Wolf coming out. Going to avoid it, give him the info.
Oh, nice little teleport. And that is – and Volt maybe going to keep some presence here. Gets a few shots off. Nothing to call home about.
Oh, that Viper wall going up there. Let's see, none of the Cardinals are really pushing here, except it looks like they're about to go in towards mid, thinking about A.
Yep. Sipe still has that U-Haul control. Even if they want to put the wall up, Sipe will be able to peek out from there.
They got a judge for that close-up.
Nader getting an amazing pick from Heaven onto that Raze, getting her out of her ult. Volt gonna grab some util for Sipe, maybe see if he can get a peek out. Nothing gonna come from it.
That 7 KKs in the
CSUDH opting to take the full push into A, getting the plant down.
Oh, so smart going around the smoke.
Dino still on the other side of the map looking for the lurk, and it is
Nader was excellent there doing that, just wasn't able to get the
Sipe
kill.
getting a pick onto the Viper. That is one controller down. Envy's getting a pick onto the Sky. That is their... And then Sipe getting the nice smoke kill and Volt finishing off the Cypher in that little cubby by box. That will be round 2 to GCU.
Amazing work. And they even had that judge for close up there. That was like a full push for mid going into A there, and they were able to shut that down after letting them in.
Nader honestly saving that round potentially. You know, that Raze wanted to double satchel onto truck, getting that backside control, and Nader just saying, no, you didn't smoke me off, you're going to die.
Exactly. Doing a fantastic job. He even had the right call going after that Sky right there. Beautifully worked around that smoke, found the opening, just that Sky was able to hit the shots faster.
And CSUDH losing that round puts them into a half buy. You're seeing Stingers, Guardians, Spectres in their hands.
I think there was a Marshall in there.
I do believe I saw a Marshall in there. And they're going to opt in for a B push this time. Nader trying to get this early info. The Marshall is on this, and he's going to get taken out early. No trades coming through from Dino, and is just going to try and stall the push as long as he can.
Yep. Those Marshalls are just trying to keep down right there. That Cypher's going to push through hookah right now.
Yep, Cypher's going to maybe try and get a pick onto this.
Oh, nice.
Dino getting one, getting two.
Ooh, nice.
That is their entry and their main smoke down, so this is going to be a difficult push. Dino, once this pick, is going to get taken out with the Sky on 1 HP. No heal for the Sky, as she cannot heal herself, but Kuno grabbing an insane lurk from Kuno. Grabs Volt. Also on 1 HP, though.
Envy's giving away some info. Flash don't work all the way.
They are going to push out. Yeah, both
1 HP for
Viper and Sky. 1 bullet. Sipe. Oh, almost getting picked out, but not quite enough from the Viper. And this just means that they have a Cypher and a Sky left on site. Sky, I believe, has used both of her flashes. We'll have one up here. And Sipe, trying to push back, is going to get picked off. Envy's here. We've seen him win these before in easy fashion. Sky on 1 HP, Cypher with ult, and his location is revealed. Envy's going to have to be careful here in this position. Knows the Sky's general position.
A Molly, honestly, would be able to kill
him. Is going to do exactly what you thought about. That is going to be 1 down. Just has to find this Cypher and get the bomb defusal. Has no idea where the Cypher is, and Cypher going to take the early aggression instead of letting that bomb tap, and that will be round 5 to CSUDH in this map 1.
Yeah, honestly, good play by them. They did a fantastic job there. Both teams actually keeping it on lock and really giving each other the business there, going back and forth. Just a little slip up at the end. That was it.
Yeah, Sipe choosing to leave over taking the fight. Maybe not the best choice. Maybe he's kicking himself a little bit over that. But he's definitely here to lock it back in. They're going to hit this early shower push again.
Yeah, Sipe probably was better off using the boom bot after taking a corner.
Dino almost killing that Sky. Sky on 2 HP.
Teleport.
Chamber, you see popping his ult, wanting those early picks. And CSUDH is just going to have to play back a little bit. They're going to have to play very slow. They know that this op is active, and they have to be careful of those angles where he can be sitting. They're going to try and dog it out, but it is not even going to reach Nader, I do not think. It is not going to see him. so they do have no idea where this op is at. Dino is chilling in garden. They will have no intel on him either because of the raise.
Nice. That wall perfectly placed, blocking off Hookah and Garden, so they're going to be
still
walking in blind.
they're giving a lot of presence B, but you see Bomb was pushing up A, but now kind of CSUDH not really knowing where they want to go, to be honest.
Yeah.
Kuno gonna get a pick on Volt again after that late lurk comes through. Nader looking for at least one of these players. Dino gonna get is going to grab the raise in that garden peak.
Looking for
and CSUDH opting to end onto the B site. Nader not getting a shot off. Dino also getting taken down, but not after grabbing that Cypher. Sype almost getting the wall bang. And Envy's a late ult, not gonna quite hit exact what he needs it to, but it is going to stop the plan. They do not know that this Cubby is here. Sype gonna get taken out from the Cubby and also going to take out Envy's, not quite being able to clear those corners quick enough.
Kuno coming out on top there. I think that might have been 3 for Kuno.
That was 3 for Kuno. You saw the early kill up into U-Haul. And GCU needs to start looking out for these lurks a little bit more. You know, they're playing back, waiting for the push, but what their problem is CSUDH isn't pushing. Yeah. So they're getting very lax, and they're not watching their angles. And Kuno, the Viper, is just kind of being given free reign of the sites. Yeah. Especially on the sites where Nader isn't, so they don't have that flank watch. Dino gonna ult immediately. They're not letting him have this B site. And it's a beautiful ult because you see it covers all of the hookah push out so they can sit underneath on that window. And it also covers garden so they can't quite push in. Nader.
Nader getting a kill with the Sheriff.
Almost whiffing in the worst manner possible, but getting the headshot onto the Viper.
He's got flashed there and taken out by Orly, their Sky. Unfortunate for him.
Nader on 1 HP getting taken down. Sype.
Smart. Using the smoke to his own advantage. Nearly catching him. Orly now with 3.
Volt in shower. Bomb, you see Bomb is down, so they do not have it. Volt is just kind of waiting for this shower push, hoping that they push back out. Dino and Cypher still on the other side of the map. No confrontation to their name. It looks like Dino might opt in to push out here maybe. And the Viper pick gonna go down. Cypher with full control of B, but no bomb to go with it. Volt almost getting the double headshot onto the raise, but it is not gonna be enough. They're gonna grab bomb, and they're gonna go A. Dino in a 1v4 here. Raze and Sky a little hurt. Sky might end up healing Raze back to full HP here after the plant comes down. Yeah. And Dino just gonna have to play this beautifully if he wants to bring this back and capture round 7.
Hasn't healed that yet. Okay, just random shots. Cool. Let them know they're thinking about it. Oh, he's going to have a tough spot. He's going to cover that left, though. Ooh, is able to get shot for him with a wall bang. 7 KKs, taking some heat. Nice.
Beautiful kill. Going to swap guns, getting that ammo back. He still has got 2 kills left to go before he can control this site. Brim going up into heaven. And Dino not quite getting the 2 kills needed, especially after that Brim ult comes down. It is definitely hard. And we're seeing a timeout come from GCU. This is a good timeout. I think they definitely need to recoup. They won 2 rounds, round 3 and round 4. They had good picks. They had really good rounds, but then just lost control after that. Lost a lot of map control, especially with those late lurks coming in from Viper. And they just need to recoup, figure out what they're doing with those late lurks, and then go from there.
Yeah, it's they're not playing the normal tight run that they normally do. They usually make very little mistakes, but they've been making some kind of major ones in here that keep costing them. Obviously, Nader that round went with the Sheriff because he was trying to get back some eco, so that way he could buy his op if needed. But he was actually able to make that Sheriff pay off by getting the kill.
Yes.
But then the others weren't able to finish out, and we saw Dino put down using the ult as the Raze ult. Wasn't able to find anything with that, and honestly, that Cypher kind of just danced around it and was able to get
dancing around, not anything coming from it. And we'll get back in a game here. We'll see what the boys decide to do in this scenario. Looking at the scoreboard, GCU on a full save. They're are more like a half buy. You see Sipe and Volt have weapons. Dino grabbing a Marshall. Nader gonna use his Headhunter. Not quite at ult.
Volt always really good with the Stinger though, and that Bulldog is notorious from our GCU guys.
Dino gonna look for an early pick here, maybe. Cypher Cam gonna get spotted. Not gonna tag him though, surprisingly. But
he was able to do that quick. It looks like they're gonna push Tay.
Yeah, but CSUDH on a very heavy presence toward this B long, with GCU having no knowledge other than that Cypher was B long.
Yeah.
You're gonna hear these mollies come out, and this is gonna be a fast push in. That raises into sight, and Viper ult going to go down.
Giving good cover there, smart from them. The only ult they've had and used so far.
Nader grabbing Brim, huge pick. Looking for maybe this Cypher next. As soon as his cage goes down, Nader looking for the Cypher or the Raze. Gonna get the Raze, not quite going to get the chamber. Sipe gonna go down to the sky. Volt is gonna escape the flash, but now has to push into this Viper pit. Gets one!
Cypher
is almost going to get the second, but not quite. The Viper pit went down. Honestly, a great play from Kuno. Dropping the pit so that he doesn't have to look for Volt.
Yeah, no.
Maybe it's a very risky play because instead of Volt having to push in on low HP, he now gets to just have a 1v1 in this scenario.
Yeah.
But in a 2v, it seemed like a safe 2v1. You saw the Viper pit drop before the chamber actually died. So what was happening, Viper was looking for an easy 2v1 that almost turned the wrong way. Nader giving this early, gonna get a nice wall bang. Sipe gonna get the second onto Salty's platoon.
They've dropped the bomb there.
Bomb is down.
Yeah, Volt ran in like a fire was lit under him. That last one played really well. I would like to note that we've never lost a round on full buy after a timeout.
Oh,
so
never.
I think we got this because we make the comeback. This happened to us last time. We made a timeout, lost a round immediately after because we were at a half buy. Same thing like last round. And then the full round buy afterwards, we were able to walk in and turn everything around. So I am confident our boys are going to be able to do that again.
I also love this play from GCU. They're opting in to just let CSUDH have the bomb back. Yeah. They've got full side control. Nader's got a nasty angle onto main from this little. It's not a head glitch, but it's a very tight angle. Sipe sitting, and they're just going to play these crosses.
If you play that bomb, buddy.
Sipe getting one onto the Cypher instead of the sky like he was intending to. But now it's going to be a 4v2 for CSUDH. Envy's Raze going up, not knowing Envy's is in this backside. Nader going to get taken out. And
looks like a teleport.
And Dino in hookah is not going to be. This guy's going to pop, almost going to waste ult is what I'd like to say.
Yeah.
Because Dino just chilling. He said, you guys have smokes on your side, I'll keep my smokes on this side, and if they rotate, cool, I'm right there.
Exactly.
And that was just beautiful play from GCU.
And they turned that around just like we said they would.
That is exactly how they should have played that round. It worked out amazing. Nader still with the op, looking maybe towards a shower push. They're not. Sipe and Nader playing this kind of very aggressive push together. Nader getting the op, and if he misses, he can TP out, and Sipe is right there to trade with him.
Yeah. The Cardinals looking like they're going to have a tough go of it going into this, but they have a Cypher ult at the ready. I don't think they're going to use that until they can pair it.
Nader, beautiful kill onto the sky, and that is CSUDH's flash is gone. They have 0 flashes left. So what that means, it is going to be very difficult for them to get on site if GCU has any sort of hold.
And now they don't have anybody to spare. They absolutely have to win.
Wow. Ray's going to get a nasty headshot wallbang onto. And Volt, having to choose between 4 different players, is going to get taken out. And now it is up to Nader, Envy's, and Sipe to grab this retake. They don't have the flashes. They've got the smokes. Nader going to barely survive, but not going to survive the headshot from the Phantom.
All up to Envy's at this
Envy's going to grab one on 1 HP. And we'll see what he chooses to do here. And gonna get taken out by that Cypher hopping up onto Tube. That will be round number 10.
Yeah, that's gonna be the Cardinals' second thrifty actually, as well as an additional flawless. They've been playing really well, which is really surprising considering the fourth seat, which begs the question if their entire division is just a little more skilled.
Yeah.
If this is the fourth seat giving us trouble. They're on a.
You mentioned this earlier though. We're definitely a very attacker-sided team.
Yeah.
Not even map. We're an attacker-sided team. You can tell that by how aggressive the boys like to play these defenses. It's definitely looking like CSUDH wants a heavy A push here. Honestly, not great util here from GCU trying to deny. You've got Sipe's gonna toss nade and Boombot. And Volt gonna get one with the stinger. Amazing kill.
Ooh, a wolf. Oh,
They've got 2 concusses down.
Good info,
Oh,
though.
Volt not
Able to
gonna
get a good
quite
spray.
have the ammo to contest that. Nader trying to get way up top, trying to get this off angle onto the team. Sipe gonna grab one.
There it is.
Sipe Envy's gonna trade out. They're gonna get this early aggression into sight.
One enemy remaining.
And that is one more down with just 1 to go. Chamber not gonna be able to kill. Is he gonna be able to get out a lot with his life though?
7
It
HP.
does look like he will just barely
Right
manage to
there.
escape.
Smart man, smart man.
And with the final round coming through, CSUDH having won plenty of rounds is still going to be able to buy here. Sky with the op.
Is that Dino with an Odin?
Dino with an Odin maybe going to sit in hookah, waiting for that push into that very tight choke point from B main into hookah.
Yep, Dino's got an Odin.
But Volt gonna, or not, sorry, excuse me, not Volt. The enemy Sky gonna try and contest this B long with an op.
Oh my
And having
gosh.
not seen an op this entire game from them, Volt may be very unsuspecting of this this play.
Choosing to back
I
up
hope
just a
and
little
beg
bit.
that he doesn't peek this, and
Oh,
he
he did.
does. The intel is there that the op exists.
Dino's gonna
maybe
have
maybe a
tough
little
time
too
with this
late
Odin.
into, but it does
Nader
exist.
catches Kuno.
Kind
there
of
goes the Odin.
Terrible.
Two with the Odin.
Ray's fumbling her satchels,
For real.
getting stuck in just an instead of going out, she went up, and then Dino getting an insane spray onto the brim, through a smoke, through a wall, and that puts Nader in an amazing position.
Yeah.
He's got Spike just below him. The Cypher has no idea that he is flank.
This is great. This is the
And
continuation.
Dino with Odin sitting in this elbow spot. They have no smokes to contest.
Ooh,
That's
another
going to
one.
be
That's a
another to
three-piece
Dino.
combo for
He's got
Dino.
the 3-piece. Can he get the box to end out the half? This guy sitting in cubby with an op.
Oh.
Not going to be able to grab the fort. That op is chilling there. Gonna
Has
grab
no
ult.
chance of grabbing this spike.
The
without getting
ult
hit.
orb not going to give her enough for her ult, and we still have this bomb control. Sky has to grab bomb, has to plant, and then has to contest a 3v1,
There it is.
and not even going to get the plant down. And that sends us into a 5-7 half,
Switching sides.
GCU being down by 2. Now this, I do believe in their last bind game, in their CVAL playoffs,
Yes.
they were down going into the half. I believe it was an 8-4 half.
Yeah.
They ended up going down, I believe it was 7-10. They brought it back and won 13-10. So the thing we're looking for here is either a very aggressive start from GCU to bring this back even,
Yeah.
or they are there. That's ideal, right? They just win the next 8.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they're looking for maybe CSUDH to play way more aggressive, and hoping that they can get some picks here.
Oh, that wolf is a good play right here. Check that corner.
Volt
front.
clearing that left angle. That is beautiful from the dog there. They're gonna hit an early aggression here. Envy's smoking
They gotta watch that.
off
left.
elbow. Dino gonna get a fast push in here. Going
Dino
to
with
get
the
the
kill.
raise. Volt getting
with 2
2
kills.
into elbow, and now it is a 5v2, and they have to retake. Now it's a
Right clicks.
5v1, And all that's left is the sky.
There
And
we go,
Dino
baby.
going to get a 3-piece.
Starting off with a flawless right there. Fantastic.
We saw the exact same thing happen round 1 on attack, except it was an aggressive A push instead. 3 Bulldogs in the hands of GCU and a Spectre. Nader, I think, buying Headhunter. Maybe going for some nasty little flicks here. It is a very good way. He's definitely going potentially for an early op here, and that is what Headhunter honestly works really well towards the up. You see 8 rounds in the Headhunter. He's looking for some nice picks here. GCU going for, and you see this CSUDH going for a very aggressive.
There it is.
Nader getting 1.
CSUDH
CSUDH going on a,
by the way.
oh he's gonna miss
another one.
Not getting the kill on the shorty, and that is going to be a free kill. Nader obviously getting taken down with a light with almost no health, but honestly didn't have a gun to trade.
Exactly.
And Dino knowing that the Raze is there, going to spray down. Volt going to get, or Envy's apologies, going to get 1 into Garden.
Bulldog.
Dino going to be there for the second, going to get taken out with that Bulldog. But with bomb down, low time, and really no retake potential from this Viper, it's looking like slim pickings. Sipe and Volt just looking to play across here.
Nice.
Not going to need the cross. Volt's going to do it himself. That's the tie that we're looking for.
Yes.
Looking for that early aggression from GCU. Honestly played that beautifully because they knew that CSUDH going to look for those tight corners. You saw them push very hard into A main, looking for those tight kind of picks. The Classic works really well in those tight corners. It's very easy to grab those picks. But GCU, it was like, we have long-range weapons compared to them. What if we go the longest angle in the game up B main?
Yeah.
And it is exactly what they did.
Smart. Yeah. Very smart play.
And they're doing it again. They're taking this B main control. It's going to get smoked off, but Volt just going to dog him up. Sight going to get taken out. That's 1 down.
That's Sipe down. That's, well, the crowd control
But they
aspect is gonna be
did get
gone,
the
but-
Raze to rotate.
Yes, they did.
Now it's a Nader still on this lurk. We saw this from the Cypher and the Viper on CSUDH last round. Nader on the flank this time. Both gonna get 1. Nice. Salty Platoon gonna pick out Nader though. Not gonna be able to get those picks.
Sorry, it looked like Nader was saving and using.
Dino
the
gonna
counter
pop
anyways.
wall. Gonna flash out. Ray,
Passes
they
him.
know where Ray's is.
Oh,
Not
gets killed
quite.
off.
That nade doing an
Oh.
insane amount of damage as Dino peeks out.
Z-frame getting
And
a free piece of their
Z-frame
own.
going to grab that box combo. Nothing crazy. That was a bonus round from GCU. They've got guns now. Nader potentially, I do not think he goes op on attack here. Nope. You see he's got a Phantom in his hands, I believe. Yeah, got a Phantom in his hands. Not going to lurk this time. This is what GCU loves to do. If you look at it, Dino has a fake wall on A. They love to do this. They love to fake their util on this map because it's so easy to. Now, Dino gonna play a little less aggressively. It's honestly, it's kind of sad that they're not watching out for these sky flashes more. Maybe they just don't care enough. But definitely giving CSUDH maybe more intel than they need. You know, you could definitely wait those out. But Dino's still on this lurk. Not even really a lurk. He's just kind of waiting for CSUDH to flank, which oddly enough, they haven't done a whole lot.
No,
So
they
it's kind of surprising that Dino's looking for these.
What Judge here out of the smoke from Orly is going to be something Sipe's going to need to contest with if he goes.
Volt going to try and clear Cubby. They are just waiting their timeout. They're definitely looking for this late push. Brim, the thing about Brim, he doesn't get extra smokes outside of the 3 that he starts with. So as soon as he uses those 3, he's done. So they're definitely maybe Nader going to get taken out
He had
by
that.
the swing or be swung method.
Yep.
Ooh,
able to shut down the
Sipe
Judge.
getting 1. The Judge not doing enough.
Grenade out there is going to shut off
Sipe's going to...
that Raze.
He's not... Envy's
Nice.
going to grab the
Volley
Raze. Gonna grab the Viper.
That's 2.
And that is 2 down. The last 2 coming from flank. They've got 3 sight. All they have to do is hold this sight down now.
Oh,
Volt getting taken out, but the Cypher
There we go.
Splatoon getting one. Envy's getting a second through the cage.
That's a three-piece combo for
And that is
Envy's.
a three-piece for Envy's. You'll love to see it. That is honestly how, and you see this in collegiate, you see this in pro, they just wait. Because what that does, especially on attack, if you wait and you just wait and you just wait, what happens, you kind of force yourself into a pinch. But if you do it at the perfect time, you've got half their team on the other side of the map.
Yeah.
And what that usually means is that means a lot of their retake potential is gone and a lot of their sight hold is gone. So that is exactly what happened just then. Envy is opting for an early U-Haul flank, causing the Brim to be forced into the other side. Sipe getting hit by the nade, getting hit by the trip, getting shot up a little bit. GCU looking for maybe to just get the bomb down here. All four of UCS. Dino getting the pick. That was a good lurk from not watching out. Volt getting a nice little pick. Looking at a 2v2. Volt on 33 HP. Dino at 87. Spike down.
Dino with the ult in the pocket. Yeah, there it is.
Dino gonna look for the ult. Gonna grab. Beautiful grab. Is gonna get picked and it is down to a 1v2. Not gonna be able to do it. It was a good thought from Dino.
Yes, it was.
The problem is it was so easy to read what his intention was with the ult into the spike grab.
Yeah, I think if he had swung to the corner right there, he would have been safer because it looks like they sprayed straight on that at that angle where the palm was.
Looking at a save from GCU now, all sheriffs. Gonna look for maybe just a default here. You see the players kind of spread out along the map. And we'll see what they can pull out this time. Nader. Oh, not quite going to hit it. And he's going to be taken out early.
Salty Splatoon is his nemesis for sure.
Volt on the lurk this round. It has normally you have either a controller or a second controller or a sentinel on the lurk. But with Nader down, Volt going to play this B long, trying to get any picks, trying to just get a gun, honestly, into the hands of GCU. See the Rays rotating out. It is 2 on the B site, 2 on A with the Rays rotating in on a third. GCU maybe just trying to play this as slow as possible, hoping for some picks as soon as they push onto site. 45 seconds left on the timer. GCU looking for something to do. Volt is going to get a pick onto the Viper in hookah. He knows there's one more hookah side. He found one. That is a judge in the hands. Going to swap out for the Vandal. I do not believe that he knows Volt is in this corner. Nobody knew it, but it does not matter. Sipe going to get taken out as well, and it is a 1v4 to Dino. Toying with him.
Yep.
13 seconds on the clock. Maybe not winnable. Dino just going to opt in to save the Sheriff. Nope. Honestly, a better play. If you save the Sheriff there, you are not on the same economy as your team. And that puts GCU at a 2-round disadvantage with a timeout coming through. Same thing we saw round 1. We saw GCU kind of winning a couple rounds and then losing the rest.
Yeah.
I think what they're looking for here, they're definitely looking for maybe how they can play it. Maybe a little more intel denial. We saw a lot of flashes coming out B long. They pushed B long a lot, and there was just a lot of flashes coming out, just letting them know that they were there. Even with the fake wall on A side, it may not have been what they intended. They're definitely just looking to close this out. They're going to basically kind of do what they did first round. You know, they won a couple, they lost a few, they brought it back.
Yeah.
So they're definitely looking. They're down 2 right now. They've got 3 rounds left until CSUDH wins this map. GCU needs to win 5, or at least 4. They need to win 4 to put it into overtime. They need to win 5 to win it. but that is the minimum of what they can do. So they're definitely looking on how they can improve maybe their gunplay, maybe their execution. I do still believe they're going to wait, they're going to play a little bit slower like they have been, waiting for those executes to come out at the right time, and then they're just going to push full in.
Got to note that Z-Frame got a 3-piece on that last round there. So props to the CSUDH for doing as well as they are doing. Props to them. But we want our boys to win, so here we go. Sipe able to get out of the way of that molly, actually. Or the grenade.
Sipe going to take the space that the brim gives him. Is going to get a pick onto the brim. That is huge.
Oh, got caught. Nader got caught by the boom. It's okay. It makes him rush out. Good flash. Didn't catch him.
Yep. The judge in that area not going to hit like they want it to. GCU down a player and with full intel on where they're playing at.
Good molly.
Grabbing the Phantom and going to push back into U-Haul. Envy's getting hit, and they do not know that this Viper is flanked. Could be detrimental to GCU's play here. Dino getting one. Dino getting not another, though. And GCU losing round 19. They've got 2 more to pick it up, but with a eco round coming up next, they just had a full buy. They're not going to have the money to buy. They're going to be looking for a save so that they are not losing. They're not on an eco, maybe in round 12.
Yeah, it shuts down their chances by a lot. Their window is closing.
Now, I like this play from Sipe. I do believe what is going to happen here. We're going to get a Sipe double satchel into U-Haul, trying to pick off whoever is sitting there.
It might be the other Rays. The Z-Frame's been quite aggressive there, getting a lot of kills. You can see they're their top fragger, 19-15 for them. Ooh,
Nader pulling the op out.
Oh, not fast enough.
Ooh, not going to get the
kill.
Brim. It doesn't
Catches him
matter,
out.
though. Brim forgot to buy, if you didn't notice that. He had 5,900 and forgot to buy
That's
in that
tough.
round. So,
Volt got put down.
Dino
got put
going to
down.
get taken down as
7KK
well.
being
That
a
Cypher chip
menace.
doing numbers.
Yeah, Cypher being a menace over there in the corner. He's using that smoke to his advantage.
Kuno going to get one. Ordi going to trade it out, though.
The Wolf comes out. Dog it out.
They know where one is. Sipe at about half HP. Nader at about 90.
Nader says, I'm not getting caught. He's waiting for the Cypher.
He's waiting for the Cypher. He's letting Sipe take the early aggression onto the and gonna get taken out.
That was a mistake for sure. Pushing it like that.
They do now. They don't. Sipe does not know that this Cypher is in shower. He does now that he's shot, but early, not quite gonna get it.
Bang.
And that puts GCU onto it puts CSUDH on a match point. GCU needs to pull something out here.
They got to go full 4 to tie this up now.
They do. CSUDH winning the last 4 rounds puts them at a big numbers advantage. Even if they do end up losing this one, they will be able to buy the next, except for maybe the Viper. Kind of low in comparison to the rest of the team.
Although I still think it's funny that Brim forgot to buy.
Yeah, no, definitely to the Brim's detriment for sure, because Sipe having a judge there was not something that the Brim was expecting.
No.
Also, opting in to go judge again, he's going to wait out though. And I like this because if he peeks this, he's getting domed by this Cypher sitting in backside.
No, there it
and
is.
Volt, nobody covering
Yeah,
him, but still manages to pop off the bomb, getting his second.
I thought he was going to fake the plant, but he committed to doing it.
And they're going to full rotate out, leaving Sipe in this scenario with the judge. Sipe is going
Cypher.
Beautiful play from Sipe. Dino going to go down. Sipe's got a judge, and the last 2 players, he's going to get another. And with just the Sky on this site, they're going to take TP, but GCU going to have a full site hold. Volt playing this sneaky beaky like. Going to get taken out though. Definitely not a fight to take with the Bulldog.
Nah.
If he hits the wallbang, it is not going to do enough damage. Bulldog does 115 to the head.
Ooh, the grenade. Oh, the grenade almost caught.
Sky is going to opt in for a save here.
Smart lad.
And GCU going to take the round that they need. They needed to stop this momentum that CSUDH had going for them. And that is exactly what stopped it. Still need to win at least 3 more rounds to send this to overtime. They need to win the next 3 in order to keep this game alive.
They did really well there, and then only losing 2 people does really well for their eco while they go into these next couple matches.
Yes.
But man, that was I think that was a slip up on the Cypher part, because I think I did hear it from Sipe's angle that the Cypher was sprinting without holding shift. And then that lets Sipe know just to rush it with the Bulldog from behind, and absolutely got him.
Yes, no, beautiful. And he played that wonderfully, because if they did decide to stop, if they did decide to contest, they'd have to send one through U-Haul. And Sipe there with a judge almost never loses that.
Nah. Did fantastic there.
An early ult from the Viper stopping any push onto A that GCU had in mind. However, it is only in A main. So this shower push, still a viable option.
Sipe absolutely had it out for that salty spittoon. Unknowingly, of course. Let's see. The double smoke. Okay. Waiting for that one to go down and replace it with this one. Let's see here. We have the Brim ult ready on our side. We haven't had a whole lot of ults at the same time to kind of make that cohesive. So we're going to save Brim's ult, hopefully for a better scenario where we're all able to utilize them. Got the enemy Skyvolt out right now too, or able to go out. Ooh, catches the raise.
Dino, Brim pushing out of the smoke, trying to get somebody caught, is going to get caught themselves. It is a double Sky ult. But Spike is going to go down in a 4v3 for GCU. Nader still on this flank, waiting for that Viper ult to drop. Nader going to push into the ult and get the pick. Nice. Dino going to flank through Hookah for the last kill. GCU back in this. They want to take this to overtime. They are refusing to lose this game in the quarterfinals of NECC playoffs.
Absolutely putting on the pressure there. You saw only losing 1, and if the Cardinals keep playing like this, they're going to let GCU tie it up. They have pretty much no way of contesting it right now at this eco round. Oh my gosh, the boys are coming back. I'm excited. But that was awesome. The Cypher there in the background being able to kind of get a good angle, but then we had
I have a feeling we're going to see a fast push coming in here from CSUDH. Yep. Those light weapons, but they're ready for it. And that nade coming in, Nader not quite going to get the pick off, but at least a little bit of damage done on both sides.
Yep.
GCU basically just going to be given a free sight here. Brim. Nader watching this triple box. Ooh. Neither player wanting to take the fight.
We'll go from smoke to smoke.
Brim
there.
going into his own smoke. Nader dropping. Brim heard it. But it doesn't matter because Nader is just better.
Gives Sipe 2. Envies gets 1. Nader gets 1.
Onto Sipe, but it doesn't matter. GCU on the verge of bringing this back.
And they got two of the ults ready. They got the Brim and Raze ult ready to close this out to ensure they tie it up. And they're going to probably need to use it because it's the last one of the round.
Yep. The only thing we see, Raze on ult point. Their Raze is on ult point. Cypher has theirs. Other than that, there is nothing to the side of CSUDH in terms of ultimates.
Yeah.
There's no site denial. There's no plant denial. So GCU is just going to have to get this bomb down.
Yep. Oh, we got that dog. Dog out early.
Dog out early.
Doesn't see anything. Should just fire it into the smoke. Doesn't. Not yet. Wants to secure this. Might catch the Cypher.
Oh, he's going to catch the Cypher. Waited just to the last second to pop the ult. And he's going to get it. However, there are two beautiful flank right before. And the op's going to go down. But but Volt getting a pick.
One enemy remaining.
Ooh, Kuno and Ole getting Dino and Cypher.
Both players going down from GCU. And Volt in a 3v1 to finish this out. They know where he is. Raze has the ult. is just going to wait it out.
It's going to be dirty.
Volt is wanting to push, but the Rays...
Oh.
Defenders win.
Game 1 going to CSUDH on what I do believe was GCU's map pick.
Yeah.
Now,
Oh,
I am way out. Hi, guys. It was a solid game. GCU just got behind early.
Yeah.
They were not hitting the trades that they needed to. They were not hitting the executes. They were looking for maybe some awkward plays, especially on the defense side, that maybe not what they needed. They needed to play back a little bit more instead of playing so aggressive because they weren't getting the picks from that aggressive play style that they were looking for.
Yeah.
And it was honestly costing them because they were pushing up into a hold and they couldn't get back on site. Game 2
It's going to be an Ascent.
is going to be Ascent.
Luckily, okay, even if that is CSUDH's pick, we have a lot of practice there,
Yes.
especially in
Yes.
these comps. This is, I think, the 3rd time we're going there in a match.
Yes.
So we have the experience where we might have to slug it out in defense. We got to make sure we don't get behind the way we did in the last game. As long as we stay about even with them, even if we're down 1 or 2, I think we might be able to win it back because every time we switch into attack on Ascent, we usually do a lot better.
Yeah, I think for sure. We talked about this a little bit before. Going into Ascent, it's likely going to be what's considered the meta comp right now. It's going to be a KJ, Sova, KO, Jet, and Omen are kind of like the go-tos right now. Jet, ideal for those fast push-ins, getting into cover, but also clearing space for the team. KO and Sova just great on this map. Lots of information gathering. KO obviously one of the best initiators in the game just because suppression, stopping any of them from using their abilities while also getting intel on where they are is going to be huge from them. Omen, just a really good controller.
Yes.
Those smokes recharge. Paranoia with the nearsighted, a great ability, especially with the fact that when you're nearsighted like that, it is next to impossible to hear Omen TP.
Yeah.
If you notice, if you are ever wondering, how didn't they hear that Omen TP? Were they paranoid? If they were, they literally just didn't hear it.
They just can't.
They just can't hear it. So they're definitely looking at that. GCU looking to secure this. They need this win to keep this run alive into the Game 3 for Haven.
Yeah. It looks like we're going to be going into the draft right now as they
go into the draft. I have a feeling we're going to see just a mirror comp. I have a feeling it's going to be the exact same.
I think we've had mirror comps nearly every time going into Ascent. I think the one switch up is someone didn't do a Sova.
And like I said, that's just the meta comp coming into play. And wow, I have... I literally called it perfectly. Nader on the KJ, Dino on the Jet, Sipe on the Omen, Volt on the Sova, and Envy's on the KO. And 7KK hovering the ISO, which if he picks is kind of really funny because it's illegal.
Yeah.
But really I have a feeling, which actually it looks like a potential Sage. No, going to. Okay, so we got the Sova lock. Is gonna hit the mirror, is gonna hit the mirror on the KJ, and it looks like they're just gonna just copycat. Yep. Honestly, it's just it's like I said, it's what's considered the meta comp for Ascent right now. It's just really great util overall for how this map can be played. Not a lot of change in how you're gonna play this map. You're probably, if you look at any Ascent comp throughout NECC or a C-Val or Pro, it's pretty much going to be very similar.
Yeah.
And then getting into this, we've got GCU on defense first. The big thing with how GCU plays is Nader actually likes to go A more than he likes to go B. What is considered to be a KJ site lockdown on B, Nader will actually swap to A more often than not.
All right, let's see how our boys
and off rip, Nader's going A. Just like...
Oh, it's almost like you knew what you're talking about.
Now, the thing about this, if Nader goes B here, CSUDH opting to go A, likely because they think Nader is B. Because Killjoy turret on top of that box can be very difficult to contest on pistol round.
Yeah.
So CSUDH opting in for a little more A presence, which it's a little easier to kind of peek out the cage, kind of destroy the KJ bot while peeking out. Nate are going to place Alarm Bot onto Cat. Just going to watch their tree flank. Dino, apologies, going to take a little bit of space here. Sipe no longer on Initiator.
Yeah, putting that turret right there in the corner is going to be able to catch him, I think, really well. Basically, Nader's holding this angle from 2 different angles on his own.
CSUDH getting a little 5-man push going here on A. And you see GCU kind of doesn't care about B. They kind of feel like they're not going to get anything. I think Volt...
oh, nice.
A nice stun or blind from Envies gets the Jet. And they're going to leave, but Dino is either going to be on their flank if they decide to go mid, or is going to call out that they're flanking, or that they're rotating.
It's going to get...
They are going to go through a mid push. Sipe and Volt already rotating out. Their KO still staying towards this A side is finally going to leave. And now it is just, where does CSUDH feel that they can push?
Mm-hmm. You got to give it to them. They might move slowly, but it's really methodical.
It is methodical.
They're all hugging that wall so hard right now.
Now with that knife coming out, GCU knows that it is going to be an ending A with only 17 seconds left on the clock. CSUDH has to do something here. Envy's going to contest, going to get one, not going to get a second. But with almost the entire GCU team either watching tree or watching sight, it is going to be just down. Sova going to get one, but it is not going to be enough. Nader with a 3-piece, going to finish it off. Beautiful, beautiful hold from GCU there.
Yeah, they did a great job. They did a great job right there. I love Envy's just like, he picked one right away and just started spraying. That was awesome. Got the 1 kill, definitely picked the target, and then on the second one just shot into the little group they had right there.
What made that such a good hold, you saw Sipe kind of push back to B after Dino called that the flank was coming through.
Yeah.
So they need to have somebody on B in case CSUDH decides to go on a full rotate. But Volt just kind of sticking in that back market area so that he can still rotate to A if need be. CSUDH is going on another A push.
Nice. The Sova waiting to put the dart out until the turret actually picks something up. Super smart there.
Nader getting a nice little pick onto the Killjoy, not going to let that lurk come through. He's learned his lesson after the bind game that this 7KK loves to lurk. Envy's going to grab 2 off the suppress. They know they're here, but CSUDH is going to back off. So you see Sova sitting tiles with the bomb. So they're definitely looking for maybe a B push here. They are going to full rotate out through spawn. Do not want to go mid as to give any information that they are gone. And with Volt the only one here, however, Volt has a Bulldog up against Classics, and I think maybe one, I don't even think they have a Deagle. And Nader
just kind of spraying in there like I dare you.
And now all of GCU is back on this site. In a 5v4, this is huge because GCU can pull 3 onto the site that they think they're going, with 2 on the site that they don't think they're going, and then just immediately rotate back onto the site that they think they're going. Kuno gonna get Envies. Z-Prime gonna...
Ooh, 2 right there from Sipe, just ran through him. Oh my gosh. Sipe looking to get
Sipe grabbing a nasty little 2-pick there. Dino still in this... Both players on 1 HP. And with 1 player left 1 HP, it's not going to matter. There's no way Kuno's getting a headshot that hits 78 onto Dino there. And that will be round 2 to GCU.
Yeah, doing really
Starting
well,
out early. Now, second half of Bind, we saw this come through as well. And then after that, they kind of, they let CSUDH run away from them. So GCU is looking to continue this lead into maybe a 4 or a 5 round lead.
See, it looks like Salty Spittoon hadn't bought yet. We know he missed one last time as the Brim, so I'm hoping he does again because that would be funny. But yeah, they have their first full buy.
Dino actually going for a force. He does. Normally, if you died the round before, you would save here so you can buy full next. But Dino wants to take this fight early. and keep this momentum going. So he's going to buy the Bulldog, and they're just going to hold this as much as possible. CSUDH kind of spread out around the map, trying to just get this util. GCU not going to fall into the trap, though. They're just going to play it like they always do, and if they need to rotate out, they can rotate out.
Everybody's super patient right now.
Envy's going to get a great knife here, going to grab two. Some full suppression coming through from CSUDH. Envy's wanted bad to take that fight, but is going to get pushed out instead. Dino potentially going on a full flank here. If he feels like it, is not. He's just going to clear out mid, make sure nobody's on their flank, and then they're going to go into a full retake here on this side. It's a 5v5 retake. GCU no ults.
No,
Dino getting one in heaven, getting taken out though. Nader getting one with the ghost. Sipe.
Nice.
And this just looks like...
Oh, Salty Splatoon getting a 3-piece of their own. Envy sticking the DP.
He doesn't know that he's defusing.
That's crazy.
Envy's grabbing the round.
Oh my god.
Because the Sam getting the pick.
Oh my god. Salty Splatoon showing some
Salty Splatoon's too worried about the kills that he is getting to realize that Envy's never got maybe on or even off of bomb.
Yeah.
I believe
crazy.
Envy's got on bomb right as Sipe dropped into dropped from heaven to take that fight.
Oh my god.
So maybe didn't hear that ticking happen and then chose to hide and wait for Envy's to tap the bomb, not knowing that Envy's actually was already on it. That will be round 3 and huge for GCU.
Salty Splatoon looking a little greener.
Getting full blind headshot.
That's crazy.
And Nader has to be careful of this Sova here. But GCU all on B site, getting reading this perfectly. Dino saw 3 on this B site, so they're gonna have a little more. So GCU's gonna give a little more presence B, especially when they're down a man. Nader's got basically 3 more players on A site with all of his utility, so they're just gonna kind of let him have that. CSUDH gonna have to just kind of play around GCU.
Ooh, actually, if he'd gone a little lower, he might have got that. That jet dash through. It's gonna be a push. Our Sova's gonna be in trouble here if he doesn't run.
Envy's looking for picks.
Nice.
Volt getting 1, Volt getting 2.
Even while getting knocked to 40.
The biggest thing about that, he got the 2 players that weren't already low.
Yeah.
So Jet, Omen, 1 tap to these Bulldogs. But Sova, the only one left, but he's not even on site.
Yeah. He's the only one full right now. Ooh, that spray through almost hitting.
Omen TPing out. Omen TPing canceled it, but it's not enough. Sipe's on site. And Nader getting the last on the Sova, not even on site the entire time. Beautiful. And that is 4 rounds to GCU.
Doing an excellent job. Wow. This one is a defender's heavy map, though. We got to consider that. But this is going swimmingly for them.
Yes.
4 in a row. I think right now, if CSUDH loses this one, they'll probably call a timeout.
It's a defender-sided map, but GCU's even winning on their bonuses. And
yeah,
like
true. They're doing it.
This will be the real test. With both teams on a full buy. We haven't seen this in this game yet because after GCU wins their bonus, CSUDH is forced into a save.
See how this goes.
Volt gonna push out early.
Good
Dino,
flash.
great flash from Envy's to get Dino in. Bolt and Sight both getting 1. It is a 3v2 just 15 seconds into this round, and Bomb is down.
That's crazy. We have the 2 ults ready, but I don't think we're going to need them here.
No,
the Jet ult is ready.
GCU going to play this exactly how they always play this. When they get numbers advantage with Spike down, they're going to wait back and let CSUDH play for them. With no smokes to CSUDH, it's going to be very difficult to play this.
KO's probably going to be able to try and get a knife out for the suppression. Let's see, no, nothing. They already tossed it. I didn't see it go out with the other ones. Ooh, Volt there, the timing off just a little bit. Probably would have seen him.
Saw 1 is going to Volt in. Sipe, they do not know that this Sipe is Sipe, and they're so focused on Volt that they have no idea that Sipe is already waiting for them in that little hallway.
Was that a Sipe 3-piece?
I do believe that was a
Yeah.
second piece.
Okay. Nice. That reminds me, there was three pieces last time. There was 2 from Dino and 1 from Envy's. Sipe's gonna start us off this time.
That early aggression, Dino with the op. Please let this KO peek. KO's not gonna peek me with the bomb. Bomb is gonna go A side with the rest of the team going B side. Maybe trying to fake. Maybe trying to pull as much presence as possible.
Let's see here, Dino with the op. Let's see.
Nice little dash out from Dino. He's gonna try and get to market. He does not want to get caught out with this op. Sipe going to stay in this mid area. They have no idea that he's there.
Nice.
Jed didn't even have a gun, but
No.
is going to get taken out.
Oh, the missed ops.
Somehow that misses.
Yeah. Was right in the crosshair. That's all right.
It is a 4v4. However, GCU no longer with smokes while CSUDH has full util, only losing their duelist. They're going to avoid the Nano Swarm. Salty's Platoon going crazy with the op right now.
Yeah.
Or with the Deagle, apologies. It'll be a 3v4 rotate.
That was a really great thought from Dino. If he'd actually been over just a little bit, he would have caught
Now,
them.
double Killjoy ults going down.
At practically the same time here. Just a little faster.
Oh, not Dino gonna get Spalty's Platoon on the escape. Now, one is suppressed in hell. Are they?
Oh, no spray
Nader not
from Nader. I'm surprised.
With the Phantom, I'm surprised he's not going to opt in to try and take that.
Yeah.
Volt getting the KJ.
Might have been a costly mistake there. Oh, the spray down from Volt there.
Oh, and
but it doesn't
they're
come
going to
through.
grab it. That will be a thrifty from CSUDH, giving them their first round. And that's just unfortunate.
Yeah, this is actually one of 3 thrifties. They had 2 the last round, so they've been pretty good at that, being able to take those. That was surprising, honestly. See, they had 5 in a row from GCU, and then finally they get 1 down for CSUDH.
But with all those rounds under their belt, GCU still being able to full buy this round. It will be their last one, though. If they lose this, they're going to be forced into an eco, which is not what they want in this scenario.
No, not at all. So we did say that round was probably going to be tougher for them, and it proved out to be tough.
Bomb down on B side. They're looking for as much intel as possible. We've got 2 ults from GCU, Omen and KO, and then 1 from CSUDH. So they're definitely looking to play maybe a Sova.
Ooh. Volt's timing here is going to need to be really good to hit this 7K.
Okay.
Nope, he's going to pull out of the way.
He's got 2. He knows of 2.
Envy's getting suppressed here, but
Now,
not
Nader getting the jet.
locking that down.
So
comes the clutch.
much presence given on B just for GCU to not care at all. Sipe getting the Omen. That is their smokes down. And GCU just having to hold this. Nader going to go down to the Sova.
Sipe got a good angle here. Nice.
Sipe
Gets a
getting 1, but
headshot
does
with
not
it.
know the KO is here. It does
Got
not
him!
matter.
He got a
Sipe's got a
3-piece.
3. Can he get the box? Volt? Volt and Envy's coming in
He's
from
gonna
heaven.
hang on for the Sova right now.
They know, okay, they still know Sova is here. Sipe, after getting spotted, I like this play, pushing up a little bit.
Whips it out.
Sova's looking for him.
Ooh, nice.
And going to play an amazing cross with Volt from heaven, getting the 6th round. And that is perfect because if I'm not mistaken, that puts CSUDH back. It does not put them into an eco. They still have the money.
Yeah, just barely, just barely.
Just barely.
Yeah,
it
if they
actually,
need to win this one in order to not get an eco.
7KK is being forced by Light Guardian, which honestly kind of works for him because GCU is full on. Actually, let me rephrase that. Does not work for him because GCU has so many Phantoms.
Yes, there's also an Odin in there. I would like to add.
Also the Odin, which Dino almost getting wanting to get the play, but honestly, 7KK having that Guardian in his hands is honestly perfect here because he's able to respray against the Odin.
Yeah, just straight through that wall with how strong it is. Nader here trying to hold this. Oh, Takes out the little alarm bot.
It's just going to
Yeah,
be another
back it up now.
little default with a lot of presence mid from CSUDH. Dino
Speaking of mid,
Odin.
Dino.
Dino with the Odin. I'm not entirely sure what he's waiting for, but he's waiting for something. See, Sipe going to drop a smoke mid, going to kind of stop UCSUDH's push. They are going to opt in for a tree push. The Knife going to get nothing. Is going to get Vol going to get tagged and paranoid. Gonna grab one though. Envy's gonna grab the KO on site.
Ooh,
Zeeprime gonna get
out.
the trade. Gonna get 2. Volt stuck in this tree.
Dino comes out with the Odin ready for headshots.
Oh,
Doesn't
gonna get
hit.
picked.
That gives Zeeprime a freaking box combo, actually.
Zeeprime gonna get the box. Looking for this ace here.
Spike planted.
And that Odin in heaven getting picked up by the Sova and getting put right back to use as he gets the last pick onto Volt here.
Yeah. This KO and Omen all already on our side, but the Sova and Omen all already on CSUDH, seeing as how we used the Sova ult last round. It did not pay off in the slightest, but it was utilized.
Nader about halfway to his ult, 4 out of 9 points.
Yeah.
Dino, I believe, just used his, so he's a 1.
Dino has the jet. Yeah, I don't think he got hit anything with it, though. Envy's able to suppress the KJ and the Omen for now. Dino getting out of
2
there.
getting taken out. I'm not quite sure why we're paying in court.
Not me either. Oh, he got
Oh,
one.
nice from Envy's.
2.
2 from Envy's with a wall bang.
Volt.
Volt.
Oh.
Pushing out into the Molly. Trying to take that aggressive angle. A good save from GCU. Grabbing 3. It's gonna put I'm surprised. Salty Splatoon light buying? Okay. There's the I was gonna say
Yeah.
the KJ can buy. I'm not quite sure why she isn't, but the buy for Salty Splatoon does come through. And we're back with a full buy on both teams. So we're looking for some maybe aggressive fights here. Love it. Honestly, oh.
Wow.
And he's getting ticked a little bit off of that shock dart. Bomb still kind of just sitting. A lot of presence going towards this A side, with Bomb still down on B. SUD is going to push back towards mid. Still deciding where they want to push. Maybe just looking for a pick.
Nice.
But Dino going to get the first onto the smokes. That is huge. Honestly, not quite sure why their smokes player is lurking with the only smokes that they have on the
Volt
team.
gonna devastate with this Odin in a second.
Volt avoiding.
Nice.
Spike down.
Z-Frame getting 2 though.
Nice,
Getting
that's 2.
traded. Volt
He can spray that wall.
avoiding,
3!
getting 3. Doesn't know where the 4th is.
Oh, that's a 3-piece though.
It's a 3-piece.
Ooh, the Sova hitting.
And the Sova
Gets caught by
getting
Nader.
hit with the top down. Interesting choice from the Sova there.
Yeah.
No clue where the last 2 players are. And when you're in your ult, you can put it away after you shoot one.
Yeah.
But he's stuck there until he shoots it while he's in the animation.
Yeah.
So you saw he only hit 2. It's because he knows after that second one, especially when he sees that Nader is so far up into sight, he has to put it away. He can't risk getting pushed in that early, but it didn't matter because Sipe is still up on stairs with a top down with Nader across. Beautifully played by GCU.
The Odin again.
Sipe getting into wine early.
Ooh, gonna catch this 7KK when he pops out. The KJ, let's see. Nope. Okay, so we have KO and Omen ults ready on both sides. The Jet is ulting for CSUDH. Hopefully it doesn't catch anything right here. Ooh.
Sipe getting 1. Nader getting the other.
Excellent. Shutting down 2
And they're
ults.
just going to hold KO's body, make sure nobody can repick it. But honestly, there's the spray down. KO gone. Dino gonna break window. They know he's there. He's gonna rotate off, and they're opting in to end A here, but it is maybe a lot of pressure from GCU onto this. Dino sitting in that top-down position. 7KK gonna grab it. Envy's coming in from tree, just gonna grab that pick.
Play. That sets us up with 3 ults ready: KJ, Omen, and KO. And Sova, actually. That's really a full team ult.
Sype and Envies have had their ults since round 5.
Yeah, they gotta use them now.
And have not used them. It is last round. They've been saving them. And quite honestly, this could be crazy.
We ball. It's going to be great.
The biggest thing to look for here is Volt. As long as Volt is on the same size as KJ, that lockdown, gone.
Yeah. It's going to go crazy right now.
So they...
Ooh, catches them? Catches them?
There we go.
There we go, Dino. Thank you.
Spike down A.
That last catches him was more of a begging.
Oh, no, Sype didn't use it.
Yes.
They're Omen already. And
our Jet is ulting right now.
So they're going to counter with the KJ ult and save the Sova ult for a plant situation.
Oh, they could catch them in that alley so well right now.
Volt getting
Catches
2!
Them. Let's go! I was going to say they're in a tight-knit spot right now.
Omen using his ult already. Not quite sure why or when he used it, but can no longer TP to the other site. So they are stuck either walking on foot or pushing this B site, and it looks like they're going to go for the B site. Nader getting 1, getting a second.
Flawless round from them.
Flawless round from GCU.
Fantastic.
I love the play from Volt there.
Yeah.
Because instead of choosing, no, I do think he may have actually been going for the lockdown. He was sitting market. I think what happened, either he hit them as they were pushing up into main, or he targeted them instead and let Nader's KJ ult do all the work for him. But all of them getting pushed back into that little clump into B main, Nader getting and Volt just getting 2, and that's big.
Huge.
Just getting 2 from from a single ultimate and a 4v5.
Yeah.
That just drops their numbers drastically and almost guarantees GCU the win there.
And they were able to secure it out. Now it puts us in a nice 9-3 here. We gotta stay consistent on this attack around. Pushing a tree. Let's see here.
Dino already into this market. 7KK taking out Nader. Dino Envy's gonna get 1. Dino almost saw 1 in market. 7KK getting another. Okay.
Getting shut down finally.
Volt almost getting picked on the reload, but is going to be able to take. Dino gonna come in and help. It is a 2v2.
Nice.
Dino gonna grab 1, not gonna be able to grab the second. That gives round 1 of the second half.
What a shootout from them.
It was. I do not think that 7KK should have gotten 2 there.
No, he shouldn't have been able to get that far in. That was a misread on our part, but it's okay. We're going to try and make up for it. We got a Sheriff on Dino's half and Classics for the rest. Oh, I'm sorry. No, I'm mistaken. They're changing it up now.
Dino definitely playing for a super aggressive push here. A Frenzy.
Oh, yeah.
Last round, he updraft, dashed into market. He's looking to do the exact same thing this time, but it's with a Frenzy. And could be an insane push here.
Ooh. See, Sype was able to get this. Actually, I was going to say they missed Envies, but then they just set him up for a Marshall kill.
That is the brutal reality of Marshall round 2.
Yeah.
You're almost always in a full save, which means you don't have shield and all you have is a classic. And a Marshall in that scenario, especially on Ascent where it can be a decent amount of long angles, is just brutal. And we're seeing that come in.
He got the crusher there.
Insane little headshot there from 7KK.
Yeah.
Know where Dino is.
Yeah, he's going to opt to get the shorter angle with this Frenzy.
Nader getting the trade, though. That's big. They know where he is now, though. Nader getting the second. Now that's the one thing about the Marshals, you've got to be accurate. Oh, and 7KK going to opt in to push out of tree and grab the pick.
Hey, good job.
Two down is not terrible. Looking for a third, but also, like, you always want the win in that save round. It's always cool to see. Getting 2 is good, though, because it puts... but the Jet... Jet got my Guardian. Okay, I thought the Jet was actually going to full buy there for a second. Gonna grab a Phantom. Not terrible.
No, Dino from Dino right now.
Yeah, Dino getting forced into the Bulldog after buying Frenzy Light Shield last round, but not a terrible gun. Bulldog can kill 1 to the head, 1 to the chest.
They do pretty good. Our entire team does really well with the Bulldogs. Nader especially.
I was kind of curious about the Bulldog. It's actually to some people it's better than the Phantom.
All depends how you use it. Yeah.
Exactly. Just Volt getting a nasty little wallbang headshot. 7KK begging that they clear this boathouse. Somebody clear it! Somebody clear it, please! Thank you.
Evan was sweating. Here. He said, "No, please, not a stupid mistake."
Jet dropping into logs. Zeke gonna grab Envies off of that little drop. Is a 4v3 retake. Volt still on this early. Nader barely getting touched by that suppression.
Ooh,
and I don't know quite what we're watching here.
Dino got a good hit. Volt got Kuno.
Dino
there we go.
And Volt getting 2.
Taking their Vandal.
I think we had 3 people watching stairs just then.
Yeah, it was.
I think both players, Boathouse and Dino, Dino sitting, whoever was sitting on box just then, were all 3 watching staircase.
Yeah, unfortunately they had their attention in the wrong
area.
area.
It allowed Jet to just push straight in and get a pick.
Yeah.
Luckily, wasn't enough, but could have been terrible.
Yeah. We're going to need to win this round. Nader and Envies are looking at kind of bad at their eco, but this is nearly a full buy for both teams. Nice, shut that turret down early from Dino.
KJ, the only player here.
Updraft.
Saw the KJ boathouse, so we know she exists.
Yes, good. Oh, takes it out.
Volt gonna get her instead, though. Orly gonna take out Envies, but GCU has sight.
And the plant goes in.
No ults coming in from CSUDH. So very little paranoia coming in on Dino. Gonna miss him, actually.
It's 4v4.
So it is a 3 push through this hallway. Volt.
Backing up. Nice.
Dino pushing out, getting 1, getting traded. Back on this main push. Sipe.
Oh, nice.
A great arrow coming in. Sipe gonna get taken out. Vol gonna get taken out. It is a 2v1 on Nader. He saw 1, but he's gonna get taken out by a box combo from the enemy Sova.
That's the second box combo for them right there. Yeah. Oh, that's unfortunate. Z-Frame had the first box combo, and then you're gonna have Sova follow up. That's Orly.
Here.
Not quite the play that GCU was looking for, especially on after that dart goes out. They've got the pick through the smoke. Sipe swings, and I think Nader should have swung with him, gone towards both sides so that they're swinging that Omen together.
Yeah, I agree.
Nader chooses to go back down staircase, and Sipe loses the 1v1, putting it in a 2v1.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the team chemistry wasn't there on that take, but they can only read each other's minds so often, you know. Oh my gosh, turning her back.
Hearing the updraft dash go in, Sova's going to be able to grab that pick.
Nader going in, knowing the Sova's there. Turning his back anyways, because they got the door down.
And GCU once again.
Oh, Nader
getting taken out. They haven't cleared this boathouse. The 3v5. Please clear it. Cleared it. But it is a Sipe in a 1v4. And going to get taken out to give CSUDH their 7th round.
Oh my gosh. Well, we have full ults on the attacker side for us.
We do.
So I'm pretty sure that's the reason the this is gonna work out with the eco being the way it is, but I don't know. I think they might just save it. Save the ult.
Dino saving, opting in for knives. Now knives full shield could be huge here.
Yes. We need Dino to hit it. He made a mistake by turning his back to that archway the last time, so hopefully he doesn't make any mistakes.
Gonna look for a tree push here. Jet. They're gonna smoke. Okay, they're gonna go for a mid push here. Nice pick onto the Sova. Gonna dash in, grabbing that gun. Ideally, he drops it. Okay, I was gonna say he should drop it for one of the teammates.
Updraft. He's gonna try and clear boat.
This KJ has been here every single round. Somebody clear her!
Oh my god.
Two GCU players getting taken out.
She caught Dino too.
Nader getting the pick, but getting traded. Sipe in a 1v3 is going to leave.
This is so dumb that they keep getting caught by the same person in the same spot. Our boys are better than that. Come on. Oh, he's going to plant it out in the open. That way he can hold this better.
Now, yeah, it's like, I think ideally he gets some aggression here. Hopefully getting at least one pick.
Oh, he's going to hide over here by window.
Never seen Sipe lose these. I've seen him lose these now.
Oh, God. I think you jinxed him right before. Welcome to the commentator's curse. All right, so it's going to be 10-8 here, and I think our boys might need to call a timeout.
Could definitely be looking from a timeout here from Taro.
Yeah.
I don't think it would be a bad idea.
Yeah.
Stunt their momentum just a little bit. I believe they. Yep,
there it is.
And there it is. Calling it perfectly. We are looking at, I believe, 4 rounds from CSUDH there going on.
There's 3 or 4, but
Three
either
or
way,
four.
way too many in a row.
Too many, yes. GCU looking to stop their momentum here a little bit. They just, I think, they haven't been clearing.
No,
They've gone B every single round.
Yeah.
I think they went A a couple rounds at the beginning. I don't think they've hit an A push since then.
Yeah. They don't even fake them out anymore.
They don't.
They just full commit to the B, hopefully. That's thinking that they can hopefully take it, but 7KK has been reading it every time, just in that boathouse, knowing that they can't clear it.
Yeah.
And then they're so good with their guns, 7KK.
Yep.
As that KJ is so good at using the guns that they put down the util literally just to cover the tracks as they make it back to the boathouse, and then it just takes them out because they don't clear it. And when they do clear it, they do it hesitantly, and then they goof it because they've taken it as 2 before and lost both of those 2.
Yep.
So I think they need to get that on lock and do better at taking that angle into the boathouse, because there's been a kill every time from that KJ.
Yep. 1, if not 2 or 3.
Yeah. That one time you were quite literally begging them.
I was begging them, and that was the one time they did clear it. So maybe I just need to yell at them more.
Yeah. Just beg. They'll hear you from across the campus. The whole campus will hear him begging for them to clear the boathouse.
Finally getting an A push here. Sight, completely clear. The GCU just going to push on. Is anybody going to close the door?
Nope.
GCU just, not even on site. Nader getting 1 on flank, so somehow it works.
Barely. Z-Frame's going to get into heaven up there. He's been kind of dangerous as that Jet. Attacker Killjoy down. Ooh, honestly, a wallbang here. Goes crazy.
Beautiful from Zive, getting almost
the
3rd. But this is huge because that is 1 player detained, but they don't.
This is the 2nd time we've held that door with just the nastiest angles and then not check it.
Smokes are down, but
ooh,
okay.
through the smoke with Nader.
That is due to the I can't think of it. The owl drone getting Volt owl droning out into sight as that smoke goes down, and he gets caught by Salty's platoon gets caught by that.
Yeah.
And gets pinged, and then that's an easy kill because he's half HP.
Yeah.
Nader just in the right position at the right time, and then just not enough time for Z-Frame to get in there to sight, and instead of getting out, gets taken. So going back to this B push, and I don't. Okay, they're playing this a little bit slower, which I do like because it's with their early aggression, it caused a lot of it caused Sova to sit in market, which was just an extra player that they had to worry about. They play this slow enough. Maybe trying to get a pick on the Jet before they smoke.
They gotta be careful though, because the CSUDH
They're gonna
has
smoke it
all
off.
the ults ready by KOs, so they have the option of just completely shutting them out of the plan. They gotta be careful. Although we have a Sova ult, which could be beneficial to keeping them back. So yeah, they're gonna make this post plan hell for our GCU guys.
We've got 3 players near B side. Sova kind of sitting back towards ramps, making sure nobody was pushing up through mid. 2 of CSUDH's players are sitting on A main. They're gonna fast push this. They're not gonna find the Jet. Dino sees it. Okay, gets the pick. Orly gonna get 1 on the entry. He's gonna get a second on the spray, and they're just gonna have to clear. They saw Killjoy got the pick. GCU has sight advantage.
There's the Sova I was talking about.
The counter ult coming through. Sipe getting the plant down. Orly is going to get Volt though.
Yeah.
It is a 2v3 post plant. Make that a 1v3.
Make that a
and
no
that
V3.
make that a 0v3.
Yep. Done. Yeah, I knew that Sova ult was going to be tough from their side, but honestly, doing the Sova ult while the other Sova ult's going is done, because then if you're off beat, then they can just shoot exactly where you shot from, which is what happened.
That's exactly what we saw happen.
Yeah.
If Volt waited just 1 more tick for their Sova to pop ult, I think that would have worked perfectly, because then he has all 3 to kill their Sova, while their Sova just has 1 charge left, and they only do 80.
Yeah.
His ult does 80, so
it would have been
it's just unfortunate timing. GCU being forced into a save here.
Yeah, so
and
this is going to be tight.
Yeah.
Likely going to take this round as an L, which nearly ties us up, and then the next couple rounds are going to be battling really hard.
He is going to doink the Jet, which puts him on 1 HP to basically all of their weapons.
NATO doing a great job.
And they're just, and they finally take some mid space. They have not taken a whole lot of mid space this entire round, this entire game, to be honest. They don't know that this Omen is up into Cubby though, and
Orly
it could be detrimental.
Sipe's going to watch that.
Salty's just going to get 1. Okay, they're not going to get a second. Kuno going to get 2, almost a collab. Volt going to grab the 3rd.
Trading him. Takes the weapon.
Not quite enough. Sipe going to get 1 on the flank. And with ult ready, he's going to go on to be an ult. And now he's just going to let Volt try and do some damage.
Yep. Come on, there we go.
Volt going to get 1. It is a 2v1 with Sipe planting on the complete opposite side of the map. Volt just going to just leave. 25 HP, not going to take any fight that he doesn't have to.
Yep, he's going to make the longest roundabout way, so that way they get a secure 2v1 here.
But with this, with Volt going back,
they're going to meet up.
Sova has no idea where Volt is.
They're going to meet up right here. Oh, no, he's going to
get
caught. Yep.
But with so much time already off the clock, he not only does this Sova have to clear the entirety of sight, he has to then fight Sipe and win. And Sipe knows where he is. And Sipe finishing off the Thrifty. I think he dies from it though. He is going to die from it.
Match point.
All right, well, that puts us in match point though, so that's going to be
We do see match point coming out from GCU, which is perfect because with that win, CSUDH is on a save.
Yeah, they're on a save right here.
They're like a half buy. They're on a half buy. Some of their players can buy, some of their players can't, but they're going to try and force as much out as they can.
But to be fair, they still have 4 out of the 5 ults ready, so that's going to be tough for our boys right now, dealing with 4 ults at once. And I think this might be the match that they do use them, the round that they do use them, because they're going to need to shut this down quick.
Oh, Volt on 2-8, barely getting out of that. When this Omen sees the 148, he is going to be kicking himself.
Yes.
But Volt, I think just getting 1 shot off onto the Omen, and I think it was a leg shot doing, I
Because of the right click.
believe, 23.
Yeah,
So-
those right clicks, they were able to get a lot. Honestly, surprisingly so.
Yeah. Nader trying to get just one pick,
7KK
hopefully.
saw Nader right there. Nader usually
Okay,
a
they
lot
saw the
better at
Sova.
keeping that Sova down, because that Sova's been pretty dangerous for them.
Beautiful
Nice.
collapse onto Market from GCU, getting both B players.
Dino with 2 now.
They do still have one on this B
They
side.
gotta clear out that boathouse.
I'm begging they clear this because it's normally the KJ playing it. He has a judge,
Got
but
him.
it doesn't matter because Nader is just that much better. Last player alive.
The KO has a
The
5v1.
KO has a 5v1. All he has is ult, and it's
Oh my
going to get a
gosh,
one-tap
Dino
onto
got caught
Dino.
sleeping.
They know where he is now,
Flash
though.
out.
Envy's going to pick, and that
Got him.
is going to be game 2 to GCU.
That's it, baby.
Beautiful second half.
Great there, securing that. It got a little hairy for us there. They got to 9, but we
Yes.
were able to continuously go in and just play better than we had been, and also being able to shut out CSUDH in the
Yes.
spots that we had been struggling on.
Sipe winning that Thrifty was honestly the best thing possible. Volt could have maybe cleared a little bit more, but he has no idea where that Sova is going to flank from.
Yeah.
Ideally, he goes all the way around through ramp, but that's just an unfortunate situation. But Sipe playing that beautifully, avoiding the Sova dart, the recon dart, and being planted in a way that from Boathouse, he has to peek and then peek again.
Mhm.
So the Sova has no idea where he is.
Yeah.
So it's beautifully played from Sight. That wins them the Thrifty. That puts CSUDH onto an eco round in match point. Obviously, they weren't expecting to lose that round. You can tell there's a full bot up into round, I believe around 21.
Plus, they had all those ults ready.
They
so
did.
were
They had
thinking
ults
they got
ready,
it.
and it just didn't matter. You saw Sipe kind of getting free mid. He kind of just got mid control by himself. Nobody really contested mid that entire game, which was kind of odd.
Yeah.
Normally you see a lot of contesting going on in mid, especially with jet ops and that kind of thing.
And those that long
That very
range down
yep.
mid, no one held that.
Yeah, literally from pizza to catwalk, nobody ever held that. So Sipe, understanding that they haven't been holding it, pushed up, and they kind of just waited out a little bit. Dino getting a nice updraft into the collapse. The KJ ult was down, so both players were like, I'm not going to let you have this. We're not going to back off. We're both just going to collapse on you and get this kill. And they did that perfectly.
Yeah, fantastic there. We saw the teamwork really coming through at the end.
Yep.
The thing that they had been lacking was crashing those things together and doing them well. We even saw at the end there where Salty Spittoon was in the boathouse, and we were saying, please take the boathouse.
Yep.
They crashed it really well.
Nader getting a nice little headshot.
It was fantastic. They were able to push that well, whereas they had been lacking that previously.
Yeah, that was honestly that was honestly the big problem they had in that map. Envy, and you like looking at the map, like the mini map, Envies would be pushed up into staircase towards ramp side with the smoke down. Like Market smoked, ramp smokes. He's got full sight, and then 3 of them would push down into alley, and then Envies would come down here, but they're not pushing that backside together. He's not flashing in from them. He's not trying to throw Molly to clear that out. He's more just taking space without clearing anything.
Yeah.
And I think I think that would have worked a little bit better. Maybe a little bit. We won the map, but I think it would have been a little bit more decisive had we seen a little bit more, flashes going into Boathouse, a little more as like CC, as like I was saying earlier, going into Boathouse. But honestly, great game from GCU.
But still, nothing to sneeze at from CSUDH.
No.
They actually hit 2 box combos
Yeah.
in the midst of the game. It was from Z-Frame, then Orly. That Sova, Orly, was detrimental the whole time.
Yeah.
It was dangerous the
Definitely
whole time.
dangerous.
Yeah.
Holding that ramp space on GCU's entry, just kind of letting KJ sit in Boathouse.
Yeah.
Not having to worry about contesting the entry because the Sova's there.
Yeah.
It was just immaculate gameplay
Yeah,
from them
those
as well.
two were playing together very well. Then Z-Frame, who was actually, I think, top frag of their team last game. Yeah, Z-Frame was another hard contestant. Those two are really good with guns,
Yes.
Z-Frame and Orly.
I'd hope so at this level.
Yes, yes, but they are the best of their team. 7KK also nothing to sneeze at.
No,
either.
nothing to see. Honestly, if I had to say, 7KK player played the best out of that game. Even I hate to say it, even among the GCU players, 7KK just had great util usage, knew how to play off of her util.
Yeah. Did really well. And then also, they were the one that was sitting in the boathouse that whole time.
Knowing
that worked. Knowing
it.
it worked and consistently going back. So great from them. They did a great job. Our boys being able to take one flawless, 3 3-pieces, and a thrifty. The 3-piece combos came 2 from Sipe and 1 from Volt. So they were doing pretty good themselves. The CSUDH also had a thrifty of their own. So you really get to see how great these guys are. They are at the collegiate level. They're top tier. They're in the Champions League.
Yep.
You see why now when you get to see these go off.
Yeah.
But the fact that they're doing this to other people at their level is insane.
Yeah, exactly. It's like watching pro play, but with your friends.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's basically imagine if pro players were your friends and you just get to watch them play video games.
Exactly.
Is honestly so awesome. But map 3, we're going into Haven with GCU starting attack on this one. So switching it up a little bit. Honestly, like I was mentioning, like pregame, I quite honestly have no idea what GCU is going to run here.
I don't know what to expect, to be honest with you.
I can see a KO. I can see a Sova being the initiators. I do believe that they'll have a Sky. Sky also very powerful on this. I think Jet and Raze both viable options in terms of your duelist. I've seen Cypher played on Haven. It's more likely that Nader goes KJ, sets up some garage util. Sipe, I'm assuming another Omen. I'm assuming an Omen on Haven, but I doubt he goes Astra. I've seen him play Astra before.
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen him play Astra on Haven.
I think he plays Omen better anyways.
Omen's his go-to.
Yeah, when they do play Astra bottom frags, every time. And I feel like they aren't as comfortable using Astra's util quite yet because there's not really scenarios that absolutely call for her quite yet.
She did get buffed in like a couple patches ago, but not to such a degree where it makes her kind of like the go-to.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can see either one of those. I don't think they go. I doubt they go double controller unless they really are feeling like they want to take as much map control as possible. I'm mostly assuming they go double initiator with a Sky and either a double flash with a KO or a double with more intel on the Sova side. So I'm looking towards that. CSUDH. I got nothing on them. I don't think I've ever seen them play Haven. Honestly, I've never seen them play because they're not in our division.
Yeah.
So could be curious. I feel like 7KK could potentially pull out the Cypher here. I feel like he might like the Cypher on Haven a little bit more map control. You know, he has the range on his trips where he can kind of like sit on a completely different site while having his setup on one.
Yeah.
And then he can just like let the duelist have sight.
Yeah. That's right.
Yeah, not a lot of whole clue in as to what they're playing, but it'll definitely be an interesting matchup. I doubt we see Mirror because I do not think that there is a confident Haven meta right now.
No,
I don't think we see a Mirror.
Yeah, I think this is definitely where we're going to see who everyone's comfortable with.
Yep.
I think this one, we haven't played enough, so they're going to default to whoever they're most comfortable with. Same for CSUDH.
Okay, so Envy's is going to go with the Breach. So we're getting a so instead of the Sky, we're going to go with the Breach. We're going to go with the Jet, the Omen, and the KJ. Volt, I assume is going to lock in the Sova. Sova very powerful on Haven. Can hit, has lots of lineups where you can fake or just kind of put the arrow in weird positions where it's kind of like out of the way so you don't think about shooting it. But I may have been completely wrong in claiming that there wasn't going to be a mirror comp because it looks like there's going to be a mirror comp.
Yeah. Okay, so it's going to be Orly as the Sova.
Orly going to opt into the Sova again.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Z-Frame, you're going to get your Duelist. Salty's Platoon, you got your Smokes. 7KK, your Sentinel, and Kuno also on Initiator.
Z-Frame taking the Jet is something different, though. We haven't seen that.
She was Jet last map.
Was she?
Yeah.
I don't know. I got 7KK mixed up with them for whatever reason in my head, even though I know they're the KK.
But I apologize for being too ahead of myself. We are getting a mirror comp, and I mean this is a fair comp. Breach, very powerful because there's lots of areas on Haven that are kind of like they're almost straight lines, in a way. Thinking like garage. Like if you look up into garage, it's kind of like a straight line between door and window, so you can kind of stun that.
Right.
C, you can hit box or you can hit logs, especially down into short if you want to have somebody push into, if you want to push short and have him breach out cubby. That's a very powerful stun. But it looks like starting out, they're going to give a lot of mid presence, maybe a B push, maybe a garage push into the C side. They're giving a lot of, they're kind of splitting it up between the, in between window and this mid hay bales area.
Let's see here. As I said, we've done really well.
Yep, they're gonna hit a fast push into the C. Dino gonna hit a nasty little right click onto the 7KK, getting that util out early. The smoke's gonna drop. He's gonna get another double right click. And just when we thought they were going B, nope, we're getting picks and we're going C. That is a 5v3. And GCU just has full map control.
Yeah,
Breach coming in through garage, used a flash A main, so he's down to 1. If he even bought a second. 2 garage. Wow, just nice little paranoia. They know that this Sipe gonna go in for the right clicks. Orly gonna get 2 though.
Good for them, good for them.
They know where he is.
Ooh, Dino gets shut down.
Dino gonna get Orly getting a box combo round 1, but not enough to take out all 5 players.
That's okay. That's crazy. Can we talk about that real quick? There was a box combo and a three-piece combo in the same first round. We had Dino take out 3.
Two three pieces. Two three pieces.
Two three pieces. Okay, got you.
Right. I say box a lot thinking it's a 3-piece.
Nah,
they need to come up with a name for their 3-piece combo. That's all I'm saying. Canes, get on making a name for the 3-piece.
We'll help you come up with names. I'm really good at naming our streams, so he's on that. So 2 3-pieces, 1 coming from Dino and 1 going.
Now see, you see, UCSDH. Oh my goodness, I cannot get this right. Is doing the exact same thing they did Bind. After they lost round 1, they're playing this so aggressive. Oof. Yeah, and that is a Spectre into the hands of CSUDH. Spike down C-side though.
Take flight.
Bolt was able to get a semi-trade, was able to take out one of theirs, but
yes, is going to take out.
Ooh, good Bolt.
Okay, so they know they're going into this garage side now.
Oh, Dino got 2 off that spray.
Popping out of the smoke, and they were not expecting that. The last one is this Sova down long. Volt gonna get it.
Dino acting as the boogeyman, man. He's just lurking and popping up and taking them.
Stay on their trail.
I believe there were 2. So yes, so Dino and Volt both bought Phantoms that round.
Yes.
So
and it paid off.
And it paid off, but it also means that they have better weapons heading into this round.
Yeah.
Now the interesting thing, I'm curious to see if CSUDH sticks with 5 Vandals this entire game, because a strat is to only buy Light Shield when the team is entirely running Vandals, because a Vandal will hit 3 for 120 or 4 for 160. But 120 is less than 125, so you can buy Light Shield and not have it be a problem.
Nice. Good dash through, able to get out of there.
Okay, so he saw the breach aftershock go out, so he knows that the breach is somewhere there. But it looks like they're gonna hit A here rather than B or Nader. Nader
whiffed him.
Better with a headhunter than he is with a sheriff.
Yeah.
Dino getting 1 on this B site, gonna grab that side. They're gonna plant B. It'll be a 4v5 retake for CSUDH. I need to like pinch myself every single time I get it wrong.
Also, apologize for earlier calling them the Cardinals. That's not their mascot. It's just their
I think it's
team.
their color, yeah.
Yeah, it's just their team color. That's how.
I think what the Bulls it looks like.
Yeah.
Dino getting another on the Salty Splatoon. Envy's getting taken out. They know that there's 1 backside. Volt getting 1. Sipe just tanking.
Scene frame getting a kill. It's gonna be a 2v3.
It's
It's
2v3.
one shot for the Sova and the Jet,
Dino
though.
getting a box.
Nice.
Nader getting, sorry, a 3-piece. Nader getting the 4th. And all 3 players are gonna make it out alive. Nader almost getting hit by that first tick of Spike coming out.
Yeah.
Dino, 8-1, has ultimate. And that's big from GCU. You know, they win their bonus. It forces CSUDH back into an eco round where they're actually going to play more. They're not going to play as aggressive as the last time. They're playing a little more long-range eco.
Mm-hmm.
So they're looking for kind of the 30-meter range where they can still hit the one-taps. But we did see a Marshall in the hands of the Omen. So he is looking for maybe to get a nice random little headshot.
Oh.
And that is a nasty little angle, but it is not going to be enough.
The Sova
going to
killing
just
the Sova.
push.
Ooh, gotta watch. Nice. Sipe closed that out.
Sipe getting 1, getting 2.
Sipe trading it.
One enemy
They
remaining.
Sipe with the
heard the
3-piece.
jet dash. Thinking
Nice. Sipe got another 3.
Envy's missing a couple of finally getting that headshot, and that will be round 4 to GCU.
Okay, so Sipe and Dino both sitting at a 3-piece there in the first 4 rounds.
I think that was a beautiful play from Orly, though, the Sova, knowing that they've just been dashing in a lot, not super checking their corners at least until the duelist gets in. So getting that first pick, obviously it didn't make much of a difference because he got paranoid, wrapped around box, and Volt just kind of shoved the barrel down his throat.
Yes. He said, I
But-
can't miss if it's in your face.
Am I seeing? Okay, no. I thought for a second I saw an op in Jet's hands because he was scoped down, so I
Yeah.
thought I saw it. He just has a Vandal, so we're not going to have to worry about that too much.
You said, oh no.
I was worried.
Yeah.
That's funny. We went C, B.
Z-Frame going to get a pick on the Volt. Dino going to trade it out, though. That will be a site completely clear for GCU. Sova going up into heaven. I don't think they know he's there now, but it's not going to make much of a difference. It'll be a 4v4 retake for CSUDH.
Nice. Oh, Sipe got caught there
Sipe
through the wall.
not playing.
Nice.
Dino playing
Good
hell. Nader getting picked. Dino getting
Nice.
3.
Dino
Getting 4.
got a box.
Oh, I thought he got the 4th. That was
that
Envy's.
was-
Envy's getting, or Kuno getting a double onto
That's
Envy's
still
and
3
Dino.
though,
That
right?
was still 3. And that will be the first CSUDH round in map 3.
Still really close though. Their only surviving member at half health.
Right there.
That was really hard. Even Sipe's death was just he didn't hug the wall close enough, and it was a wall bang.
Well,
anyways.
so he could not have been more in that corner.
yeah.
So normally what you would do there, you play what's called an off angle.
Mhm.
You play kind of out of the wall a little bit and look towards arches. And then if somebody does look heaven, you kind of have a better look on them because they have to jump up and out of a smoke. And you can swing. But Sipe opting in to try and play more sneakily. It just didn't turn out the way that he wanted it to.
Yeah.
GCU got a fast push here into the jet knives, into the breach.
Oh, we got to tag the
Volt
Jet.
trying to find this jet. Does find it. Jet gonna double smoke herself off. And this is all of CSUDH on this A site with just the KJ sitting back in garage. And GCU, except for Nader, who you don't really need a sentinel when you're planting, is going to just full rotate to C. This will be one person contesting the entire site with just an alarm bot. You see her turret and both nanoswarms are on B side. So she's not going to have anything to contest this with.
Nope, just has to shoot it out.
Ooh. 7KK going to get a pick onto Envy's.
Volt in a dangerous spot here.
Bull
Ooh,
getting
nice.
1, getting 2. Team go down.
Player standing.
And it'll be a 2v1. Nader on flank. I think they know that he exists.
Oh, they did.
Salty getting a 3-piece.
Yeah.
And that was a massive breach ult.
Yeah.
That honestly.
But
Bull
really-
getting 2 just barely. Almost getting a 3rd through a wall bang was not quite enough.
He definitely did what he needed to do. It's just the rest of the team
Yep.
couldn't follow him up with that,
Yep.
which is okay considering they all got breach ulted. But
Yep.
just a miracle in and of itself that Volt was able to get that.
Yep.
All right, let's see. It looks like we're going to be pushing straight to C, possibly trying to go through garage first, but C, you know what I'm talking about, is trying to take that CSUDH. There we go. They're trying to contest that heavily.
They saw 2 garage.
Uh-oh.
Big ult into C. Dino is in, but is stunned. So they are going to get 1.
Defender Killjoy out.
I don't know what everybody's looking at. Nobody's
They're
watching.
shooting at each other.
Backside wasn't even smoked
nice.
off, and nobody's watching it. Dino getting another. They
Not
don't.
that C for him. Orly there, taking out a
Getting
Volt.
1. Nader, or Dino, apologies, still down long, so they're going to play this a little bit safer.
Oh, toss.
Did not throw his knives. He dashed.
I thought that was all the knives
Yeah,
going
no,
at once, my
I
bad.
definitely thought he shot it for a second,
Yeah.
and then I was like, wait, he still has them.
Oh,
Gonna get the 1 tap. Nader, it's planted in a spot where Nader can peek.
nice. There he goes. That had me a little scared for a second there, but he was able to finish that out. Shutting off that streak of 2 from CSUDH. Now it's 5-2.
And that actually puts CSUDH into an eco round,
Yeah.
which is huge. GCU getting as much advantage as they can.
The only one looking like they can buy anything is that KJ, and they're opting for a Sheriff instead. And a Marshall comes out from Orly. He's been kind of dangerous with that so far in the previous maps, but we'll see how they go here.
Yeah, he had that 4K, or I think 3K, but that was on an eco. That was on our eco. Oh my
Nice.
goodness!
Through the
Salty's
smoke.
Platoon getting caught so early on.
Dino on fire.
Dino
on this
just
map.
dashing straight in. This is going to be all GCU players in on site. Not a single CSUDH player in the general area. And they're going to have a 5v4 or 4v5 retake.
Nice, Dino holding. a
Dino
good
just
angle here.
trying not to get taken out, getting stunned. Team's going to have to help him out here.
Oh, Kuno and
2
Orly
getting taken
killed.
down by Sheriffs. 3 getting
7K.
taken down by Sheriffs. Nate was went from a 4v. Okay, Volt getting 2.
Nader able to clutch that up there.
Woo! That went from a 4v5 to a 2v4 really fast.
Our boys pulling out of that one. 2 kills from Nader, 2 kills from Volt there. Excellent job.
That was almost scary.
Yeah, and a Dino kill. Sorry, that was awesome. One of those hearts in your throat,
Oh.
heart is in your throat moments for us.
That one I almost was like, I don't know if I can do this anymore. That one would have hurt.
Yeah, that would have hurt.
There's Thrifty, and then there's that kind of Thrifty where all you had to do was hold sight.
Yep. Whew. Sometimes I think about my mental health when it comes to watching these guys.
Honestly.
I'm like, oh, Lord.
Sova trying to maybe watch. I'm surprised. That is impressive that the Omen doesn't get
a
beat.
Killjoy down from us. Smart idea, trying to clear out B here.
Yes, and actually, if you didn't know that, Breach and I believe Breach and Raze both got nerfs to the amount of damage that they do to util. Breach Aftershock no longer breaks KJ ult.
Oh, nice. 2 detained from the Killjoy ult.
Volt is kind of stuck here though. Getting
Ooh,
1.
nice.
Getting 1. Salty and Z-Frame both getting 1 as well though.
Oh,
This is Envy's
got caught.
getting
Z-Frame got
caught
2
out
right
early.
there.
They do not know that Dino is in this window though.
Okay, well,
Getting 1. Getting 2. Oh!
fighting till the
The
end there.
Phantom 145 strikes.
Oh my gosh, 1 HP from Kuno. Oh my gosh.
And you
fighting to the
hate
end.
to see it.
Yeah.
You hate to see the 145 hitting like that.
Honestly, great job, boys. Fighting to the end on that one. Did not go the way we wanted, but that's okay. It's going to be 6-3 right now. Hopefully they're not able to build up any momentum with this, as we still are able to buy pretty big for the most part.
And quite frankly, CSUDH, if we can win this round, they're not looking great either.
No.
They're going to be on a full save.
Yep. This one is going to be a big round for both teams. Both teams need to win it at this point. Question is, who's got it?
No, not gonna.
Nice. Shut down that turret. 7KK going to shoot that angle. Doesn't hit anybody.
Okay, they know where the KJ is. Gonna get stunned. Could potentially be horrible for
Right through,
Dino.
right through.
But
Ooh,
Volt and Dino both gonna grab 1. This is big for GCU. They've got 2 heaven, 1 arches. Nader gonna try and get a spray down. Gonna
Nader
get
gets a
1.
headshot.
does not know that there's a second one up there. He only knew that one was shooting.
Now
He now knows. Nader gonna get taken out.
Z-Frame got 2.
It is
Dino
a
and
3v2. Z-Frame getting 3. Volt getting 1.
It's a 1v1 here. Who's got the better shot?
And
Z-Frame
Envy's
goes
has
down.
it! Stopping. Z-Frame does get a box combo, but it is not enough to get the ace. Envy's clutching up huge there. That puts CSUDH into basically... Actually, no, they can half buy. I was going to say, that's almost a full save for them. It actually does look like a couple of them are going to full save.
Yeah.
But that hurts their economy horribly. GCU's not looking great. We've got, Phantom, Light Shield, Stinger, Spectre. It's not amazing, but in comparison to a full save that CSUDH is hitting right now, this is ideal.
Yeah, full save when it comes to guns. 2 of them have shields right now.
Yeah,
so
and you heard that classic go off, so GCU knows that they do not have the weapons to contest this. 3 players. Nader watching the flank with 2 on it.
Nice. Dino's gonna
GCU
get
has full access to site.
Ooh, teleports up.
Gonna TP up.
Gets down from that angle because it was getting sprayed.
Nader's still watching this flank. Gonna grab.
Good trade there. Orly hit a fantastic headshot.
That is honestly ideal because Orly does not have the weaponry to fight this, and Volt knows that he's on flank.
Dino hit 2 in there. Envy's got
the
1.
weapon is not in a position where he can actually take this fight.
Nice. Volt gets another one.
Almost dangerous because at that point, with Volt having bought Light Shield there, he was susceptible to the 145 one tap.
Yeah.
But does manage to get the kill before Orly can do any damage. That puts GCU up 8-3 going into the last round of the first half of map 3. Intense battle so far. And Z-Frame getting the op, holding C.
Could be
is unfortunate because GCU has been getting caught out by the op because CSUDH just never uses it. And the one round they do is super detrimental. So avoiding C now, they're going to look maybe towards a B or a B to A link push, avoiding that C site entirely. So Salty Splatoon going to get a nice pick onto Volt. Doesn't. Dino going to get the pick though. And a site going B. I thought they would have gone A here. Maybe they're worried about, this flank being already too far in. But that op. Oh no. They are going to go A. Okay. This is kind of what I figured. They're going to push that A link. They're going to try and get as much space in between the bomb and the enemies as possible. But it is going to be a 4v3 for GCU, and they're playing this look because they have not cleared A yet this half. This round.
That Sova ult could be detrimental if they decide to use it, but it looks like they're going to try and get them to plant first before any of those 3 move. Playing really cautiously. Oh, the KJ's meeting up right now.
Nope. Not going to clear that angle.
That's rare for him. KJ. Got an enemy KJ. Oh.
10 seconds left.
Fakes plant. Ooh. Good
Not
reach.
looking long. He's looking towards arches, and it's not going to be enough.
Oh.
We're going to finish off the half 8-4 to GCU.
Switching sides.
Not looking great. Not looking great on that, but it's okay. We got a full reset. We don't got to worry about momentum shifting. Now we get to start over here and create momentum again. We get to be on defenders, which looks like it's proved hard for CSUDH, so hopefully we're able to lock it down better than them. But we finished that half with 3 3-piece combos on our team, and then 1 for the other team, and then a box for the other team as well. CSUDH doing pretty well.
GCU is playing this very cheesy. They've got 3 players with Light Shield in Garage. Now what I have a feeling they're going to do is unless this breach stuns, they're going to full push this and just take the fight.
Yep. 3 right clicks from Dino.
And that is a ghost into the hands with 2 players down. Envy's getting 1 through the smoke.
Good lord.
Gonna flash out for Dino. Dino gonna
That's
He
a
doesn't know where the
free
last
kick
is.
for
It
Dino. That's
doesn't
a box
matter, but
combo!
Dino getting the box,
So embarrassing.
putting them that is the one thing about first round that I think is so funny is because you can buy Light Shield, and with Light Shield you can tank a ghost headshot, and it'll leave you with like 20 health.
Yeah, that's
And-
fantastic.
And they more or less did the exact same thing, except Envy's just stunned them, and Dino's kind of like, hello.
Dino was
like,
going
"Here's
absolutely
Johnny!"
ballistic, dude. That was a box combo from him there. Ooh, okay.
So CSUDH on a full save here. Pushing up
I was
into
gonna say, I thought that
garage
was
here.
Guardian.
Sipe on the C site, gonna try and hold. Dino does end up getting one through.
Nice.
Oh, nice stun from Envy's
Nice,
getting
Sipe.
Sipe getting two.
He's got one on his right. he
Does
doesn't
not know
realize
that
it.
this third one's here. I think he heard him jump though.
I think he did. Oh, the TP away.
Gonna
Gonna
double
TP
TP away.
away.
So that he's heard both TPs. He knows nothing else is left. Oh, 1 HP in a dream. Does the right click come through? It does
Nader
not.
got it.
Sight pushing this Sova. Nader with him too. And going to get the
Sipe
three
getting
piece.
three-piece. That's crazy.
GCU is not letting up. They said you may have gotten map 1. We are taking 2 and we're taking 3 fast.
And they're taking 3 hard, man. They're not letting them have anything. They're shutting them down as much as possible. I mean, 4 in a row to start off as defenders, then only allowing a couple slip-ups, and now they're starting off strong again. I think they got 3 as well because they don't have a full buy again. Knock on wood, knock on wood. It's not my fault. It's out of my hands. I knocked on the wood. No commentator's curse. Ooh, nice. Good breach, good breach. Honestly, the Guardian is something I don't see our boys use a lot, and Dino is having some fun with it.
Now, Volt, I believe, has Bulldog. Yes, he has Bulldog. So this is honestly ideal for him because if he can hit a burst into a headshot or just a one-tap to the head, one-tap to the body, that's ideal. But they are full leaving A, fast go, not even fast going up C, just going up C. Not quite sure if GCU is watching it at all. And I don't think Nader's going to get quite enough intel that he needs to. And this is just going to be a 5v5 retake for GCU here.
Should be interesting.
Nader going to try and flank bot. Was down. KJ backed up just within range.
Sipe here about to put out.
And Sight going to hit a paranoia into a Dino dash, I believe. Not quite what they were looking
Oh,
for.
Spittoon took out 2, got traded. Dino got 1 Z-frame, Sipe, Kuno.
And it is a 3v1 for Volt. Volt getting 1. The last 2 players chilling down in long.
Waiting to see where they're at. He's... Oh my gosh.
Oh, and almost
had it.
almost getting the last player, but leaving CSUDH with just 1 player alive.
Yeah. Good though. Good though.
So
Good damage.
you're seeing light shields. You're seeing guardians, sheriffs, light shields. Salty's platoon will probably go.
Nader with an op right now, and we have full
and
2
Nader,
Phantoms,
yeah, and
3
Nader
Phantoms,
has
1
op.
Vandal.
Nader has op on defense.
Oh, let's go, baby.
And he's sitting B. Yeah, the read from CSUDH is go A. They're not expecting a Nader op. He hasn't used it a whole lot outside of Chamber on Bind.
I'm ready. I'm ready to see.
But they're looking like a fast push up into this A. Volt gonna try and deter as much as possible. CSUDH is gonna try and push through it. And not a lot is coming out of it. They're actually kind of backing out of this.
They got scared. Oh, okay. They're gonna push into A.
No ults from either side.
No.
So it's just gonna be a pure gunfight and utility going into this.
They gotta watch that jet coming in.
Envy's and Dino push back. Envy's gonna go heaven. Or sorry, Dino gonna go heaven. Envy's just gonna chill on site. Nader's still just staring down C long with his op, ready for anybody to touch his crosshair. And Sipe going to maybe try and grab info on this short push if they start making steps. And he's gonna hold B on the lock just in case.
Volt here.
Volt getting 1, that's perfect. That is their flashes down, which is gonna make this entry a lot harder. Aftershock coming through.
Oh, got picked off by
Not
CSWK.
quite going to take out 7KK.
Envy's gotta be careful on his right.
Envy's getting hit with the paranoia. I actually...
Z-Frame got 2 there. Let's see, it's a 2v4. This is gonna be tough. Their 7KK's single shot though. Let's see how this looks from Sipe here.
Nader,
Ooh, nice,
Nader
Nader
on getting 1. I don't think Sipe is paying attention to long.
Nope. He's backing up. Got caught there by Orly. Nader in a tough spot. He's gonna watch long.
Nader, yeah, getting picked off, and it is not gonna be enough.
Salty Spittoon getting 2 there.
The one thing I'm always curious about, Nader, with how skilled he is, he always chooses to go close corners with the op.
Yeah.
And it kind of confuses me.
It
always feels like
because he usually loses it.
And he almost never no scopes.
Yeah.
That's honestly the big thing. He never no scopes, so he's always scoping in, which brings your field of view down drastically.
Yes. Also,
So
I would just like to note, Dino has 25 kills right now.
Hey,
He has the combination of their 2 top fraggers and then some.
hey, that's Dino.
That's just Dino.
Yep.
Dino eat. We'll tag him.
Oh,
got
he gets it!
He got another one!
Has to use the right click, but that leaves CSUDH with 1 player alive. And on 2 health, and
my
Sipe gets a
God.
wall bang. And GCU said, we may have lost that round, we may be on an eco, but we are not losing this.
That gives Dino 2 3-pieces and 2 box combos. He's going insane, eating good tonight.
With the knives, no less. And with just 1 knife left,
He hit the headshot.
hits a headshot to get them back. Misses a couple onto the KJ, but then right clicks to finish her off.
That was awesome.
And then all that's left is a breach on 2 HP because he got shot by, I think, Nader, who was sitting in mid.
Yeah,
Or
this is going to
Sipe.
be an interesting round because it's full buy on both sides. But there is an Omen ult on both teams, except CSUDH has a Jet one in addition. Their Jet coming just
Oh, Dino just barely missing the headshots there.
Yep.
Sipe
Ooh,
getting
Sipe got
2! Pushes out into the mid, gets a 2 in window. Does he know that the KJ is there? Both blinded, though. Salty's going to get 2. Nader going to get the
Just the
Omen.
trade.
Spike is down,
It's
and it is a 2v1 to GCU. KJ sitting heaven.
There we
Nader
go.
going to finish it off with the 3-piece. GCU's on match point to take quarterfinals of NECC playoffs.
That's 5 3-pieces for our team in its entirety.
This game?
This game.
That's all you need to see.
That's crazy.
But again, we talked about this before. Envy's 6 and 12, but with 14 assists. He may not be getting the kills, but he is getting Dino those kills. Dino has 28 because Envy's has 14.
That's crazy. Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
Get out of my way.
Let's see. I think we got this, boys. We got 3 ults.
And like you said, full buy on both sides. I'm pretty sure CSUDH is on an eco here.
This is gonna be.
They are.
Yep.
Guardian, Sheriff, Classic, Bulldog.
This is nearly a guaranteed win. The only thing that could give them trouble are these ults right here. But we have 2 ults of our own, including the KJ one, which is going to go down
KJ
right
ult
now.
is going to go big right here, especially where he's placing it, because Sova doesn't have his ult.
Nope.
And Aftershock does not break.
Ooh, Dino
so they're
up
going to
above.
have...
Catches
Dino
him.
going to drop. Going to
Gets
get
a
2.
Oh, nearly a
Almost
third.
going to get 3, but Bolt's
Bolt trades.
going to get the Jet. 1 player is detained, and this is just going to be a free defuse.
Oh my gosh, the flash.
Nader's still on it.
Oh no.
Enemy remaining.
Envy's closing it out.
Envy
Steal the Sova.
with 1 HP left.
1-1. You better get this Sipe. I'm going to cry if you don't. Oh, almost got the spray through.
He has his ult. He's playing his ult. But he has the
got
health!
the defuse!
And Sipe is going to finish it off because the bomb is halved. Sova ult only does 80 damage at once. Sipe, having not taken damage that entire round, was at 150. Sova had to hit him twice, but it was not enough. GCU taking map 2 and taking quarterfinals of NECC playoffs.
That's fantastic. They were so dominant in map 3. I think they were a little ticked that they had to go to map 3.
Yeah, no, they
Just
definitely did not want to play
absolutely close
Haven.
it out. Oh my gosh! Just to go over that one more time. That's 2 3-pieces for Dino and 2 boxes for Dino. Sipe follows that up with 2 3-pieces of his own. Then Nader gets in there at the end and gets his own 3-piece. That was a total of I think 30 kills for Dino and then 18 for Sipe, I think. And then it went down from there. But Envy's able to play a pivotal role in all those assists, getting 14, I think 16 at the end there. I think
he had 16 at the end
Yeah.
with Dino getting those last 2 kills in the round before he gets taken out by the Sova. He grabs 2 assists and to get him to 18
Doing
or 16.
A fantastic job. Everyone played their roles beautifully there. The gunfights went to us nearly every time, showing us how dominant we really were.
Yeah.
The only wins that CSUDH got were slip-ups. They won 1, and then they were able to go 2 again. But that was because it was in their favor for one of those, and the other one was just a slip-up, and we stayed dominant the rest of the time.
Yep. And like we were talking about earlier, Bind, it didn't go the way they wanted it to, but also they're not necessarily in their comfort picks. Sipe getting the bottom frag of that map in a duelist position where he doesn't normally play a duelist. So definitely they may be looking to switch up their bind comp a little bit, maybe get a little more comfortable with the operators that they are going to be playing, because I would love to see them come back way more comfortable on bind either in the next match in 2 weeks or just anything after that. But we're going to get a couple of the guys in. I'll let you take one, then I'll come back for the next.
Gotcha.
But we're going to start with Dino, Max, our Jet Op Crutch from the very beginning, going 30 bomb in Haven. Here you go.
Go. Dino, welcome. Great to have you for an interview.
Good to be here.
Let's start off with Haven because, oh my gosh, did you go off? It went crazy. We were keeping track. We saw that you had two 3-piece combos and 2 box combos. So that's 3, 3, 4, and 4, and you were able to get half of that within the first 4 rounds. Tell me, what was going on for you in this map pick?
Not much. I just had to make up for the last game. Last game, I pulled a lot of whiffskis, so I had to pull through on the last map.
Yeah, you definitely did. Pulled your own weight and then some. You had the combination of their top two kills.
Yeah.
We were like, oh my gosh, they have 13 and 11, and he has 25. He's topping them off.
Oh, I was shooting for that 30.
Oh my gosh, you were doing fantastic in there, playing the way you were. And then the knife kills went crazy. Tell me what you were thinking in that.
Dude, it just click. I was just clicking. I was doing my best to click.
Yeah.
I was doing my best to click.
Tell me, after coming out of bind, when you guys were going down on that one, what were you thinking going into game 2?
I mean, obviously we know we're a better team.
Mm-hmm.
It's just sometimes we play to their level,
Mm-hmm.
and it's unfortunate. But we knew we were gonna win. We weren't gonna let. I mean, they're a good team, but they're just not us. So
Yeah.
we knew we were gonna win it. It was just bound to happen.
I think that's a great way to put that. You're the better team. They're just not you.
Exactly.
You guys definitely were showcasing that you were better in the gunfights there.
Mm-hmm.
And then your utils were also coming out on top too.
Joseph's util was amazing, especially again, I can't say this enough. He's been here for he's practiced for maybe 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And his util is just gorgeous all the time.
And just for everyone watching, Joseph is Envy's, right?
Yes, Envy's.
There
Yeah.
you go. Yeah, so he's been doing great, and he got quite a few assists helping you out.
Oh yeah.
There.
I
That
mean,
was fantastic.
half the stuff I couldn't do if I didn't have him giving me that util. So yeah,
he's
props to
definitely
him.
been pivotal. You guys like working with him?
Oh yeah. Yeah. It's by far the best chemistry team we've ever had.
Yeah, you guys look like it when you guys play.
Oh, yeah.
It goes fantastic for everyone. As far as map 1 went, you guys actually had 3 3-pieces in there and a flawless. You guys were putting up just great numbers the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
Was there anything either one of you thought really stood out to you, and as far as team chemistry went while you guys were playing?
For map 1?
Yeah, for map 1 and 2, something that either you need to work on or something that went really well.
Map 1, I think we got carried away because obviously we do feel like we're the better team by a pretty big portion, but I think we got carried away. We were taking a lot of ones, and our micros were a little lackluster, but we pulled it through on second and third game for sure.
Oh, for sure. We were talking about how it seemed like you guys were almost frustrated that you had to go to a game 3,
Oh,
and then
yeah.
absolutely just crushed them because of it.
Yeah, no. We're a little sad we went to a game 3 for sure.
Yeah, yeah. It puts a blemish on that win record on the
Mhm.
maps.
Yeah,
but
for
no
sure.
blemish in the overall win record. Now you guys are 7-0. And
Oh, yeah,
that's
feels
the
good.
semifinals going under your belt as well. You guys feel confident going into the next one?
Mm-hmm.
Nice. I don't think NECC has put up who your competition is going to be yet, so we'll keep track of that with you guys.
I think they're playing their game also, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Nice. We look forward to seeing that. I'm going to let Evan step in now for his next part of the interview that he wants to do. He personally wants to talk to you. Here, so I'll give you this one. We'll trade out.
Biggest thing. If many people is, I don't know if we've mentioned it, but if you don't know, Volt is the IGL of the team. So a lot of what goes through the team's mind, a lot of what you see us commentating is coming from this man's massive brain. So I just want to like ask, either, you know, you can go through game 1, game 2, game 3. What's going through your mind as kind of like an IGL? You're coming up with these plays, these executes. You've obviously practiced them, but nothing ever goes as you practice it. So what's going through your mind? How are you switching up? You know, something doesn't go the way you planned it. So how do you switch up in those moments, especially after rounds that you've been like after that? I believe they had 4 rounds on you buying second half. What's going through your mind after that, like that timeout?
Our biggest thing is understanding how they play. So we're a very adapt-heavy team, right? You'll see in almost every game we play, we might lose map 1, but at that point we've gotten used to their play style, we've gotten used to how they play. We know our strengths, we know our weaknesses, so as long as we play to that, we pick a spot, we focus that, we play our strength, and we'll just take it from them.
Okay, now the one thing I do have to ask, I believe it was Ascent. You guys were losing B a lot. Was your whole plan just kind of like push it until it works, or what was going through your mind at that point? Because there was a lot of B pushes. You guys pushed A early on in the first couple rounds, and then it was just B. But I believe like 3 or 4 of those rounds ended up losing. You guys just consistently trying to hit that? Is that like your more confident sight, or is it just kind of like, let's just hit it until it works and then swap it up?
Yeah, it's not necessarily our most comfortable site. Any site we pick or anything we really take that's what we're good at, right? We're good at picking something. We call it sieging it. We take something, we focus it, and we just hit it. A lot of the times if something doesn't work, like we hit B multiple times and it didn't work, we can usually tell why it didn't work. And so if it's something that we can control that's in our hands, like we know where they play. They started being super passive and playing like 2 site and then like 1 CT. So we just kept hitting because we knew our problem wasn't getting site, it was playing post plant. So then we changed up how we played post plant, made the corrections, and it ended up working out for us.
Okay, perfect. And then I know you guys, we talked about this in our pregame. You guys had just played in the CVAL playoffs, and on Bind, you guys are kind of playing off roles a little bit. Sipe obviously playing into that duelist role where we've almost never seen him, almost always in controller. Envy's being put into that controller role. You obviously staying on your initiator, Dino picking up, and then Dino going on to the Viper pick. Is that something that maybe you're looking to like keep? Are you looking to keep Sipe on that duelist role maybe? Is this something that you're maybe trying to like get something more comfortable in the Viper so Dino can back into the duelist role? Or is this kind of like it works the way it works and we're going to focus that until we like diamond in the rough, kind of like beat it down in pressure until it looks good?
I think that's what we'll stick with doing. I think right now, because we have Joseph and we've had him for a little bit less than 2 weeks, sure, it works, but he's a really good player. He can fill, and having him on KO, having Max on the Viper for Bind is really strong, and that's honestly what Max wants to do, is to play that Viper on Bind. So that's his strength. And then for Andre, he's not a bad raise. It's just, and he mentioned it today, because there's one time where he missed a comm. When you're going from smokes and you're switching to like a character like Raze, especially on Bind, you have to listen for different things, right?
Oh,
so
yeah, for
there's
sure.
some times where a call was made for him to take space somewhere, and he's not listening for it because it's not what he's used to.
Yep.
So it's not that he's a bad Raze, it's just a little bit of a change.
He's not normally in that duelist role, so he doesn't know what to look for.
Exactly. So once he changes that and he knows what to look for and he's ready to take space, and once we VOD review and we go through each round by round, making sure he knows what he should be taking, and we talk to each other and make sure we're all on the same page, I'm sure he'll have no problem with it at all.
Awesome. Well, congratulations, you guys. Thanks for coming in. We will see you guys back in 2 weeks. Next week is Thanksgiving, but we'll be back in 2 weeks with semifinals, and then the week after that will be grand finals because I'm calling it. But thank you guys for being here. Congratulations on the win, and we'll see you guys later.
Thank you.
We'll get Joseph back in here for a bit.
Thanks, guys.
Awesome. I always love when we get an opportunity to talk with them.
Yep.
Also, first time interviewing, so woo.
Yeah.
Excited about that.
Not gonna deny you're an interview. Great games from them. A great game one, even though they lost. Game two and game three, obviously they won. Like they both said, there's stuff they need to work on. They're going to go back through. They're going to be better than they were today. And they'll be back in 2 weeks playing in the semifinals. And we'll be right back here with you guys streaming those semifinals. Hopefully, we should be. I'm going to make it happen. But yeah, we'll be back here in 2 weeks. Once again, I'd like to thank our sponsors.
Rockstar and Canes, thank you guys so much. You see them all in the background. But like we were saying, you guys make this all possible for us to even put on the streams and keep them going. And then our players, I know, always appreciate it. We have so many Rockstars. Like, there's fridges outside the esports arena just stocked with Rockstars. Yeah. And they disappear really fast.
Yeah, they do.
They get stocked midweek, and by the end of the week, they're gone. And they're like, wow, you guys really need all these orders. We're like, yeah, we'll take back stock if you have it. But yeah, it keeps us going. I know I had one right before and during the stream, so we always appreciate that. And then the guys usually go celebrate by getting canes. So it's great to have that and just have that like just part of the integral part of our esports program here. But yeah, the boys did an awesome job. I know we were giving them a little hard time for the first one, but they did really good because it was 11-13. It wasn't like they got smoked or anything.
No, it wasn't. And I think it's always kind of interesting to see like how personally I think it's always interesting to see how they handle their defeats more than how they handle their wins.
Yeah,
I think it's always curious to be like, okay, how are you guys going to pick this back up rather than, oh, you won. What are you going to do differently?
Yeah,
nothing. It's always I'm always curious about that. I'm glad we got to hear a little bit about what was going through their mind on that Bayern game. I think. What'll happen? I'm guessing that they'll come back in 2 weeks with another bind pick, have a little bit more, a little polished, a little more confident. Like he said, Andre, who is sight, will be a little more comfortable looking for those comms in that duelist role. So I think it'll be exciting to see what they do during the semifinals game.
Yeah, they all did really fantastic. But Dino and Sipe were popping off today.
Oh, of course.
It was their games when they won. Game 2, that was them two popping off. Game 3, that was them popping off. I know we said that a lot.
Yep.
But we got to give it to our role players. Volt and Envy's playing their roles beautifully.
They may have the kill. Dino and Sipe may have the kills, but Envy's and Volt have the assists.
Oh my gosh, yes, their assists were going crazy. The util is what a lot of the assists were going with. They were doing a great job, so you got to highlight that. Nader popping up in key moments, getting the kills he needed. Also, it's great when you can rely on a team member to be down to a sheriff and still be able to get kills the way he does.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, oh, I got to save, and it's like, oh, it's Nader with the sheriff, so we're fine.
Yeah.
And then cost them 2 people,
Yep.
It's always awesome to see that. So he always plays really well. They all play their roles really well, but when you see them pop off like this, you get to see just how well they fit their roles.
Oh, yeah.
And I think that's awesome, too. CSUDH doing a great job. One of the better teams we've played. They definitely put up some competition there.
Oh, yeah.
They got shut out at the end, but that was just because I think our boys were a little upset.
Yeah,
they're like, no,
you heard them. They didn't want the game 3.
Yeah,
they were gonna finish that off.
They're like, we got to be at Canes by 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's wrap this up.
Yeah.
But yeah, they did a fantastic job there on the win. But like you said, that whenever they lose, they're always really honest with us about it. It's not like, oh, I whiffed this. No, they're just like, you know what? We took them for granted, and I really appreciate that because that's been their thing nearly every time they lose is we got in our own heads.
We played down to their level.
Yep. We got in our own heads, went down to their level, played the way they wanted to play, and that's something that I think they keep getting suckered into, but they realize it every time, and then they started turning it around by playing the way they normally play.
Yeah, I think even their first map loss was map 1, and then they brought it back and won the next 2.
Exactly.
And it's the exact same thing. They played down to a level that they shouldn't be, and then they're like, why are we doing this? Let's just wipe the floor with them, and then they do that exactly that.
Exactly. They're able to get out of their heads, reset, and play the game plan they wanted to play, not the one they felt they were forced to play, which is an excellent job for them being able to recognize that. Like you said, Volt being the in-game lead, doing a great job of organizing that, but also Taro instilling that within them, like, hey, guys, get back to the way you know how to play. Yep.
But I think that will be it for us today. Like we had mentioned before, we'll be back here in 2 weeks with semifinals for NECC playoffs. Our last FFF is this Friday of the semester. It'll be 1 of 3. Yeah. It'll be the last one of the semester. So if you're looking forward to that, feel free to check it out. I think the link is already posted. So if you guys want to sign up, feel free. As for that,
do we have a League of Legends game this week?
No, they did not make playoffs in NECC, so we will not be seeing League of Legends this week. But other than that, I've been Evan,
I've been Joseph.
and we'll see you guys in 2 weeks.